Hello and welcome back to the Sandy Lane Raceway, where today we've got the Premiership meeting with Oxford Spires versus the Leicester Lions. Looking to be good lineup. Obviously you've got Louis Kerr back tonight, so be interested to see how he goes. And got the new under-21 champion Sam Hagen down at reserve. So obviously local boy, he rode here last year in the National League, and his season's been going really well. He's had a good start to the season, obviously going abroad during the winter time, doing a load of riding in Australia, and America's given him a massive help. And yeah, he's got Martin Dugard in the pits too, so that can't be too bad. But tonight I've got a special guest joining me, and it's Alun Rossiter. So good evening, Alun.
Good evening, Henry. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously injured at the moment, but good to be back at the Speedway and having a
I only clocked it when I was down in the pits, so I didn't get a chance until you unstrapped it. Went, oh dear, that don't look good.
No, it's still pretty swollen, and yeah, just having to ride the recovery route as you know, and yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, let's get on to tonight's meeting. Obviously, Craig Cook's obviously coming back, but for the Leicester Lions, and probably looking to stamp his authority and show what Oxford's missing out on.
Yeah, I mean, we all know what Craig's capable of. It's just whether the head's in the right position and stuff like that. But we know what he can do, and he can be quite prolific. I think he guested for, obviously, when he made his first debut at Sheffield, he got about 17 points, didn't he?
Yeah.
So we all know what he's capable of.
Yeah, no, and obviously we got Magic tonight. Obviously he's not had the best of start to the British League as he wanted to, so hopefully tonight he can turn it around. But I think it's just sort of probably bike setups, obviously riding the pony for so long.
I've known Magic for a long time, obviously, when he was at Swindon with us, and obviously going with the Great Britain stuff that I did over the years. You get to know these people, and you meet them over in Poland and that, and I've always got on well with Maciej. And just talking to him now, I just said it's the best decision you've made is coming back, because I think he lost his way a little bit on the international scene. And whatever people says about British Speedway, this is what makes you technically better rider.
No, for sure.
And I was discussing it, and he said that was the main reason why he came back.
I think it's when you watch it sort of on the Grand Prix, you sort of see where the track's either a bit more heavier, a bit wetter. Riders like Robert Lambert, Dan Bewley, the riders who have rode in Britain
That's
and
not
still
very
ride.
often, is it?
No.
They're normally like quite slick, aren't
yeah,
they?
but when like the track has been, obviously they've had bad weather and the track's a bit heavier, or the track's a bit more rougher like it was last year in Germany, people like sort of Robert Lambert and stuff, they got over it and because of the English tracks.
But again, it's just learning that the technical. When you got a slick track, some riders would just screw it on. You know, clever riders back it off to slow the back wheel down. You know, where people, I'm spinning, well, back the throttle off a little bit. Sometimes you just got to think, and Magic's one of them people. He's very intelligent, and it won't take him long. I reckon give him another month, and you'll be seeing he'll be hitting them double figures comfortably.
Oh, hopefully. And so here's the lineups for tonight. Obviously we got Rohan TUNGATE at number 1, having a really good start to the season. Number 2, we got Charles Wright, obviously English boy, and he's been doing really well at Oxford. Number 3, back from injury, Louis Kerr. Hopefully he can have a good start tonight and get some points and complete all his rides. And number 4, we've got Maciej JANOWSKI, obviously touched him earlier, and he'll be looking to score some points tonight. Number 5, this man needs no introduction, Chris Harris. Seen a video around here, and yeah, he's one to watch around here. He knows every line on the track. Number 6, got Erik RISS, dropped to reserve, but he'll be a deadly man at reserve for Oxford, and they'll be wanting to use him. And at number 7, Ashton BOUGHEN. He obviously rode in the under-21s yesterday, come third, and did a bit of a Tony Riccarton on the corner.
That.
And obviously team manager Peter Schroeck. So there's your lineup for the Oxford Spires. Obviously a strong team, and once they all click, it's going to be a deadly duo.
Definitely, I think they've got some very good riders there.
And for the Leicester Lions, obviously number 1, Max Fricke, obviously rode in the Grand Prix on the weekend and showed what he's made of. Number 2, we got Richard Lawson. And number 3, got Luke Becker. Looking forward to watching him. I haven't really seen him this year, so be interesting. Number 4, we got Ryan Douglas. Obviously, he rode really well the other night on TV, and I think he enjoys this place, so he'll probably go pretty well. Obviously, number 1 in the Championship, Sam Masters, will be looking to get a couple over.
Trying to get me head around this.
get
number 1 for Oxford in the chat, and like you said, for Leicester.
But he'll be wanting to get a couple over the Oxford boys, and hopefully Peter's not too angry with him. Obviously number 6, Craig Cook, coming in and signed for Leicester last week, and only rode for Oxford a couple times here, but he'll be looking to score some points. Number 7, the new under-21 champion, Sam Hagen. So a good lineup, and obviously the team manager, Stewart DICKSON. But yeah, tonight, who would you say your riders watch are from each teams?
Well, I'm just looking at it now. I think it's going to go down to the wire. I think looking at it, Leicester are quite solid all the way through, and a couple of their riders haven't really clicked at the moment. Like Luke Becker, one minute he's had a good one, then it's kind of not so good. Sam's been a little bit up and down. I've been looking at his scores and that. But I just say, looking at both sides, and with Maciej still learning and getting the setups and that, I think it's going to be very close tonight, and I think Oxford will be relying heavily on hoping that Lewis Kerr and Charles Wright. I think they're the two key for Oxford is Kerr and Wright, really, and if they can bang in the points, I think they've got a good chance.
Well, hopefully we'll catch them later. But we've got some interviews earlier on with some riders, so we'll show you them.
Okay, thanks guys. We're joined here by Chris Harris, the Spires captain. Chris, tough night tonight. Leicester are a good team, good riders there, but we got a good team as well. Yeah, we got a good side of it, but there's no easy meetings in this league, and that's what you want, So it's going to be tough. They hammered us up there, so we've got to return the favour now, and it's important that we win at home tonight or win all our home meetings, to be fair. But we all got to kick-start our season off now. We all got to up our game, we've got to show the fans and the management why we're in this team. Got to say, that first meeting here of the season against Ipswich, they got the win. But apart from that, the Spires have got the win when they've been at home here, haven't they? So really looking to kick on and keep that going. Yeah, well, I think the team settled in. Obviously, Magic's struggled a little bit with consistency and his confidence, but we're all back behind him. We're all trying to keep his confidence up. He knows what a quality rider is, so it's just him need to believe in himself back in UK riding on these smaller tracks that he's not used to. But as it goes, the team spirit's great. So we're all working as a unit, and to have Louis back as well, it's great. And hopefully we can kick off now and get the wins. Now that is important, to have a full 7, not have a rider replacement or guest come in. We know it just sometimes it doesn't quite work, but to have Louis back, to have that full 7, it's important for the team. Yeah, I don't mind rider replacement if I get an extra ride, but no, you want to go to battle with your under 7, and it does make life a bit easier. But we just got to. Everyone knows their job, everyone knows what we're capable of, and we just got to pull our finger out. We have seen some fantastic racing, some great passing on this track this season from you guys. So we're looking for some more of the same tonight. Excellent racing, some good gating as well. I hope we can do some good gating tonight. I'm fed up of coming back from the back. It is our work, especially around this track. But no, if the track allows it, it looks okay for me. I've not been out yet, so I'll give Jamie the benefit of that and say it looks right from here. But hopefully it can produce good racing in some racing lines. Excellent. We'll have a safe one, have a great one, gets lots of points on the board. Will do, thank you. Okay, then we're back in the pits with Sam Hagen for Leicester Lions. Premiership tonight. Looking forward to tonight's meeting.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's been a good start for us. I think when I joined, we won our first meeting. It took a while to get there, and we was pretty close to Ipswich on Thursday. So, it's been a tough start for Leicester. So hopefully they can keep chipping away, and we see what we can do.
And what a season you're having so far already. Let's just revisit, what happened. Under 21 British champion. That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I think I just didn't start very good yesterday. I was fast enough and made a good start. I just had the wrong setup, which was Michael, so it was just one of them. But after that, we went back to what we usually run. And it was, as you say, I was unbeaten after that. So it's good to be there, and to say that is pretty cool.
And we got to say, you did that after having a night at Plymouth the night before. You drove all the way up to Glasgow. You pulled that off, and now you're driving all the way back, and now at Oxford now. So that's the life of a Speedway rider, guys.
It is indeed. I think my 6th meeting within a week or something, or 5th, something like that. So I've been here, there, and everywhere, and the week's just begun. I've got another 3 more meetings, so just keep on going.
Now, of course, you didn't start the season with the Premiership. Leicester came calling. You've had a meeting already with Leicester, and feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, I've had 3 meetings with Leicester now, and I've sort of, scored pretty good at every single one. I got lucky at Leicester last Monday, but I also got very unlucky in first corners. But I got lucky, I picked up points, but that's Speedway. Sort of the best rider here can go look amazing, but they don't score. And I was the opposite. I didn't feel very good, but I scored. So, but no, Sheffield I rode good, and Ipswich is a tough place to go to. I've always struggled when I gone there, and I scored. I got a good point, and just keep on chipping away. And yeah, like I said, I didn't start with the Premiership, and it's good to be here now. So.
Now here at Oxford, obviously, you know the track, ridden here quite a few times, but also you know the opposition as well. The riders in the other team, no doubt that you've looked down that score chart and saw who you're against. What does it bring for you tonight to go up against those guys?
I'll be honest, I haven't even looked at anything yet.
Oh, there you go.
You know, it's been a bit much lately, so I've not really been paying too much attention. But every race you got to try and beat whoever, even if it's your teammate. You got to look for them, but you still got to try and beat them or help them. And it's the opposite with them. It's like sometimes you just got to try your best to win that race, and that's everyone's aim, I think, to be first in the first corner. And yeah. But that's Speedway.
Well, you're a busy man. There's lots of people wanting to speak to you tonight. So go well, have a great, safe meeting, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, some great words out for Chris Harris and the youngster. Obviously, he'll be on cloud 9 after winning the under-21s yesterday, and be full of confidence, looking to make some gates and beat some of the top boys tonight.
Certainly, I thought he rode it exceptionally well at Glasgow. That final race where he won it, and I didn't realise he had Liam Flint there as well. And Leon's having a good season as well, and for him to beat him around there, I thought he did exceptional and rode a very, very clever race. I thought it was excellent.
Yeah, no, definitely, and considering sort of Leon went to Glasgow at the beginning of the season, new club for him, obviously a change of scenery, you would have thought probably track knowledge, he would have been able to produce the goods at the end. But to be fair, the last heat, obviously the final, I was sort of sat there watching, I was thinking, I don't know who I'm going to put money on here. You obviously got Sam on the outside, and even Joe Thompson right on the outside. You thought, he might try going for sort of like the big one round the outside, use the dirt, but yeah, Sam just made a brilliant gate, sat it on the right bit of the track just on that dirt, and it pulled him round, and he wasn't really phased for the full lap. So no, hopefully he has a good one tonight, and I'm guaranteed that Ashton will try and get some revenge back and show why he tried going for the title yesterday too.
It's funny, I was talking to him in the pits, like I said, you've got to just remember it. He's not been riding that long, has he?
Nope.
You know, and he's still got plenty of time in front of him, as long as he keeps progressing and don't put too much pressure on himself.
No, definitely. I rode with him when I came and rode from National League, and I think it was 2 years ago now, and from where he is now, it's two completely different riders. He's gating well, he's attacking the track more, he's more confident, and he looks like he wants it more. Well, obviously, when he sort of rode when I was there, he was riding well, but he just didn't seem to have the confidence to go some moves. But now he seems like he's making...
Well, obviously that comes in time, as you know. I remember watching you when you were younger down in Plymouth, and when you were down there, and then seeing you ride up here, and like the difference. It's just a matter of time and the experience you gain, and and when you're winning races, it gives you confidence, no matter what anybody says.
No, definitely. I think that's what happened last year. Obviously, riding in the National League and the Championship. Obviously, when you win in the National League, it gives you the boost and gives you a bit more confidence. Then when you put it into the Championship and you get a bit more experience and a few more wins, it all comes together. But when you got two riders like Scott Nichols and Sam in your pits, and they come out after a race win and they give you a pat on the back, it gives you massive confidence. So they've been a massive help to my progression. But
well, you can't beat that, the experience that them boys have got. You've got Chris Harris in your team and Scotty, and that it's like you can't buy it. They'll be there, and I know that they're all really up for the youngsters and helping. So it's a win-win-win for you and the other youngsters in the team. Yeah,
no, definitely. So obviously, just going through the lineup here. Obviously, got Craig Cook there, new signing for Leicester. Be interesting to see how he goes now. But it'll be interesting to see how Max Fricke goes. Obviously, he had a good one on the weekend in the Grand Prix. Obviously, trying to prove his point, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I don't know, does he get Jason Doyle's spot for the year now, or was it just that Grand Prix?
No, I was trying to work it out myself. I'm pretty sure that he'll keep he's the next one in line to come in. If he's definitely the next one in line, then I would say he's in for the rest of the season. Yeah, and he had an excellent one in Prague, and we all know what Max is like. He's pretty steady Eddie. His style looks very similar to Lee Adams.
Yeah, no, definitely.
They look, and obviously from both from Victoria as well. But no, he's a class act, and he's consistent, and you know, he's very clever as well, the way he rides the bike and everything. And so I think he'll do well.
Yeah, no, definitely. So obviously just going through the Oxford lineup here. Good crowd tonight. You can hear the air horns in the back there. They've got a great following here, and yeah, obviously the boys will be looking to get another win under their belt. They've obviously struggled away from home a couple of places. I think last time I watched them they were at Sheffield, and they just struggled to get out the gate at Sheffield. But Sheffield just seems one of those tracks at the moment where they've got 2 gates that are working. So yeah, they get pushed out. Going to check the clutches are all good, and gating's fine, and yeah, let's get on to the first heat soon.
We found out what gates they're on yet?
Not too sure yet. No, couldn't really hear over. Yeah, couldn't really hear over when they did the coin toss, but. So yeah, there's a couple of riders on the back straight doing a couple practice starts. We've got Sam David there, and Rowan looks tiny, doesn't he, on his bike?
Yeah, I've known Rowan when he first came over to England, when he was just looking to start riding. He didn't even have a team place. He came to Swindon straight away, and because at the time we had a lot of Australian contingent at Swindon, and he came and stayed with us for a bit, and then went and stayed with the rest of the boys after that.
Well, I think it was similar when I was the mascot at Somerset. Most of the team at Somerset were Aussies. I don't know if it was the thing back then to try and sign as many as you could.
But it's funny now, they're all grown up now, they're all adults. Just talking to Rowan, he's got, you know, he's even got a little kid now, so I never thought I'd see that day.
No, well, it was funny, when I signed for Oxford last year, they had obviously told us that Sam had signed. And there's a picture of when I was a mascot, I must have been about 10, 11, and I got a picture next to Sam. He's not grown much, but he must have been about 25 at the time, and now thinking, I think he's about 30 odd now, is he, Sam?
I'm not sure how old Sam is, actually.
But he's got a couple kids now. And
yeah, he's got 2 kids, yeah.
It's mental to think that he was obviously over here nearly 10 years ago, Somerset, and he's still...
Yeah, he started off at
it.
Somerset, and then he moved on, and then moved up to Wolverhampton, and now obviously he's at Leicester, and obviously Oxford.
Well, I spoke to him about that, and obviously he rode at Wolverhampton for so long. He obviously thought he was going to stop when he rode at Wolverhampton. That was going to be his club that he was going to finish with, but obviously with them going, he obviously had the decision to move club, and I think most of the sort of Wolverhampton team has now gone to Leicester. By
Leicester,
the looks of it.
Yeah, by the looks on it, yeah, you've got Luke Becker there, Ryan Douglas there, obviously Sam, Richard Lawson, obviously he's down at Poole, but I'm sure he was he there last year?
I'm not too sure. Was it? It wasn't Carl Howarth, was he? He was there a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But that's probably one track I never really rode was Wolves.
It's a good track if you get it right, and obviously the famous Carlson corridor, you know, where you turn it in tight, and then you know if you cut it back and then hit the grip coming off the inside curb.
Yeah, no, it's Sam was trying to get it done here, but I don't think there's enough dirt on the track to try and get that.
No, just looking at that coming out 3rd and 4th bend down there now, I was thinking Sam would be in his element there, because he can, you know, certainly very stylish, and he rides a bike very well, and he could turn it back and like come off that curb and hit the old dirt. But yeah, no, it still looks very good out there. Track looks well.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, we had quite a dry weekend, so he's probably put quite a lot of water in to try and keep the dust down. I know Jamie, that's one of his pet hates, is seeing any bit of dust. But
I think it's any track man you ask, you know, what's the worst thing? But unfortunately, with some of the heat, you just can't odds it. To be fair.
No, and you don't want to try and put too much water in, or it just makes it a bit harder for racing. But no, getting ready here for Heat 1. Obviously, you got Max Fricke getting ready. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Obviously against Rohan TUNGATE, a former Australian.
You'll soon see now.
So yeah, just getting ready for Heat 1.
Coming up.
So yeah, just got Charles Wright coming round here now. We'll see what gates are.
It looks like Oxford got 1 and 3 and Leicester got 2 and 4.
Yep. So
Max off the outside. Probably a good time to get the gate 4 on the out at this time. It's just not too sloppy out there.
No, definitely.
I think looks like he's got the damping. I think the dust will come through a bit, but I'm sure he's got his little cart, then he'll get it to go around like.
Yeah, no, definitely. So get ready for the lineup of heat number 1. Off the inside, we got in blue Charles Wright, and then next to him in yellow there we've got Richard Lawson. Gate number 3 in red we've got Rohan TUNGATE, and on the outside there in white we've got Max Fricke. So I know riding here a couple times at Gate 4, usually the rut gets quite deep later on in the meeting, so as you say, you want to sort of get Gate 4 out of the way.
Yeah. And also you run over the line turning into the corner, so you scuff away all the grip out, and it's kind of using that throttle control to get that bike to the corner first later on.
Definitely. So
trying to pull Max Fricke into the gate.
20 seconds left. So here we go for heat number 1. Riders are ready.
Good start by Charles Wright there, and Max Fricke getting a bit of a nudge from Rohan TUNGATE.
There comes Rohan around the outside, and lovely bit of team riding there. Charles just letting him pass and tucking on the inside.
Yeah, it was a good hard turn there by Rohan TUNGATE, because Max was coming across him, and he just gave him a little bit of a nudge there, and just gave him that momentum to keep going. And then Rohan, I was talking to him before the start, and he said he's finally getting dialed in here now, and there's not a lot to him. And once he gets in front and sees that fresh air, he's gone. And as you can see, he's pulling away, but Max is pulling up on Charles Wright at the moment.
Yeah, he's just putting a bit of pressure on Charles there, trying to cut back a bit tighter and try and use the extra bit of grip on the inside. Last lap, here we go. Can we see if Max can do anything on the outside, coming in a bit wide and trying to get any grip, but I think Charles is going to hold on for the second place and get a 5-1.
Yep, definitely is. A great start for the Cheetahs here, and Rohan wins it comfortably, followed by Charles Wright, Max Fricke and Richard Lawson at the back. Surprised to see Richard that far back, actually.
Yeah, no, great race win there for Rohan. Obviously, you can see with the sort of the weight of him, as soon as he hits that front and he hits that dirt, he's like a little rocket. So yeah, good 5-1.
Had a little cheeky tap on Max's leg there. Sorry, mate. Give you a bit of a nudge.
I don't think Max will forget about that one in Heat 13, no. He'll probably try and repay it to Rohan. But no, good pairing there with Charles and Rohan. They both made good gates, and Charles looked down the back straight for Rohan to come round, and yeah, just let him round. And
it's actually good to see Charles Wright doing well, because you know we all remember he had a horrendous injury last year when he went over the fence in Wrocław, and he was in hospital for many months over there.
Yeah, no, definitely. So here's the result of heat number 1. Got the winner in red was Rohan TUNGATE. In blue was Charles Wright. Finishing in third was Max Fricke, and obviously in the last place was Rich Lawson, which seemed to tail back just at the end there. So good 5-1 for the Spires, and no, the perfect start they wanted, and I reckon Pete will be happy with that.
Yeah, Pete will be more than happy with that. You know, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and when you talk to Peter and people criticise it, it's very hard not to, as we see the replay here. You watch the corner there. Charles didn't make the jump, but his bike drove to the corner, and then Max is coming across, and Rohan,
it was fair. It wasn't too hard.
No, he just gave him that nudge that lost his momentum there. Max did, and yeah, it was a good corner there by Rohan.
Definitely. So here we are for heat number 2. Obviously got the new under-21 British Championship winner, Sam Hagen. So he'll be looking to have a good start to. I think this might be his second meeting for the Leicester Lions, obviously away from home, but rode it for a couple of seasons, so we know a bit of track knowledge and know the setup. So he'll be looking to get.
He guested Swindon up here last year when we did the challenge up here. He did okay, and he did really well down at Poole as well. And I noticed now Poole signed him up, and he's come on leaps and bounds. I think, like you said earlier, trip to Australia, going on his own. You know, it just makes some of the riders. You know, I went to Australia when I was 19, and it certainly helps. Yeah.
No, definitely. So obviously, on the inside there in white, we got Craig Cook. Next to him in red off gate 2 is Erik RISS. Next to him in yellow is Sam Hagen, and off the outside there is young Ashton BOUGHEN. It'll be interesting to see where Ashton goes. I don't know if he's going to go in that outside rut, or if he's going to try going a bit closer to gate 3 to try and get across.
It looks like he's going in. Oh, he's going for the rut.
Going for the rut. So hopefully he's going to try and make a good gate and try and get across Sam. But you've obviously got 2 experienced riders on the inside, which are
2 hard riders in Craig Cook and Erik RISS.
Definitely. So here we go for heat number 2.
Craig Cook made a great start there from gate 1.
There goes Ashton around the outside, getting a lovely grip. And lovely.
What a ride there by Ashton.
He came off at gate 4 and made that dirt work on the outside, and he's pulling away nicely.
Picked up a bit of dirt there, but Craig looked comfortable up front there for a minute, and then all of a sudden Ashton got in the outside and let the bike do the work, and he's pulling away now. And Sam Hagen's chasing there in second.
The two young boys out front showing the experience crowd.
The two youngsters certainly showing the old hands at the back there, Erik RISS and Craig Cook. Ashton looking very comfortable out there.
His bike seems to be pulling really well off the bends. If you sort of see Craig and Erik, they seem to be spinning quite hard. But
yeah, I think it is. Whatever he's got, he's certainly got it working well. He's running in on the slick, up to the dirt, and then pulling away. And you watch when he comes off the corner, hits the dirt there, look, it pulls him hard. So it's certainly working. He won that comfortably from Sam Hagen, Craig Cook, and last, Erik RISS.
Yeah, and a great race win there by Ashton. Obviously, current form at the moment's been really good. Obviously, he hasn't been in the sport for that long. I think he's only sort of rode last year as his competitive National League and stepped up into the Premiership already and shown what he's made of, and definitely a star of the future.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he guested a couple of times for Ipswich and stuff like that, and you can't beat that experience. You certainly can't beat that experience, and
definitely not.
It gives you and it gains you confidence. Yes, you're going to struggle. You have your days you're going to struggle, but they're certainly there. He certainly showed the experienced riders around there.
Definitely. So, got the race winner there in blue was Ashton BOUGHEN. In second, next to him was Sam Hagen, and in third was Craig Cook with Erik RISS at the back. So a nice 3-all there. Obviously, Oxford still got the lead, and no, this is going to be a good heat next. We've obviously got 4 riders which will all be wanting to get out of that gate, and especially for Maciej, he'll want to try and start his season off now, get a race win, and I think I'll sort of bed him in and get him comfortable. Yeah,
I spoke to Lewis as well before the start of the meeting, and he's injured his hand a bit, but he said it's not hurting him, and he was moving it about comfortably, he said. But yeah, but this would be interesting. I think this is type of Luke Becker's sort of type of track, I think, as well, and Ryan Douglas does very well too, and yeah, this and then you've got a world-class rider like Maciej JANOWSKI in there, just pick things up. But be interesting to see Ryan Douglas, because if you look out wide, it's quite slick on the inside, but there's a bit of dirt forming on the edge there, and I think Ryan might just pounce on that.
Yeah,
certainly,
no,
if you watch what Ashton did in that last race.
So here is our lineup for heat number 3. We've got on the inside there Maciej JANOWSKI off blue. Next to him in white off gate 2 is Luke Becker. Next to Luke in gate 3 in red is Louis Kerr, and on the outside there in yellow helmet is Ryan Douglas. He's really packing out a rut and trying to sort of do similar to what Ashton's done, try and get across, and if he even doesn't get across, he'd probably use that bit of dirt.
I would say he'll probably use that dirt after watching that. I'm sure he watched the last race, and I'm sure he used that edge of that dirt, because as I say, it's like slick on the inside, but the dirt's forming.
But you can see coming off too how dark the dirt is compared to mid-track, and
yeah,
that's where obviously Ashton was hitting it, and it was pulling him right down that back straight. So
certainly off this bend 3 and 4, he was going out wide. To see how quite heavy it is out there, it was pulling him, and his bike was working really well.
Definitely, and I bet you next race Bomber Harris will be trying the exact same.
Oh, we'll guarantee Bomber won't be on the inside.
So here we go for heat number 3. Cracking start there off Maciej, but Ryan just got there off gate 4.
Yeah.
Here comes Louis down the back straight. Obviously getting a bit tight there between the Spires boys. But there we go. Louis catching just on the outside using that dirt, as you were saying.
Yeah, he was getting there. Maciej's tucking in there. And Luke Becker's now trying to make the charge on Maciej. He's going to go up the inside here, but Maciej's seen him come in and kind of moving out a little bit. But Luke's putting it out. But Ryan Douglas looking very comfortable out front there now.
Just letting it drift up, kiss the dirt, and it's pulling him down that back straight. Lovely.
Exactly. Maciej's riding a very clever ride there. You can see Becker's coming up the inside, so he's cutting back down tight just to stop him coming up the inside.
Luke's trying everything there in 4th place, but Maciej's just riding the perfect line to get the bike hooking up and keeping it tight.
That's right, yeah.
But I think it's going to be a 3-all as it stands.
Yep.
And Ryan takes the heat win. Louis in 2nd, Maciej in 3rd, and at the back, Luke Becker. Yeah. But it seems like that gate 4 at the moment is working really well.
Working well. It didn't kind of work in the first one, did it, for Max? Which was surprised, especially after he had a fantastic weekend in Prague at the weekend. And you'd have thought he would have been full of confidence to get across him, because normally Max is a good starter.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think usually when the Oxford boys have pick a gate. They tried picking gate 2 and 4 in the first couple of weeks, but obviously the Leicester boys must have picked it. So here's the result of heat number 3. Obviously in first was Ryan Douglas with the 3 points. In second, Louis Kerr with 2 points. Third, Maciej JANOWSKI, and out back was Luke Becker. Obviously Oxford lead in 11-7 and 47-61 aggregate, so they've still got a bit of work to do to get that bonus point, but with the next boys out, they should...
If you watch the replay, Maciej works the bike to the corner, but obviously Ryan's got the outside line and he's come straight across, made a great... He didn't look like magic, but he's working it, and look, he's there, but Ryan's just got straight across him completely. Like you say, the two Oxford boys getting a bit close to each other there, but it worked out all right from them, 3-all. I'm sure Oxford would be happy with a 3-all there.
Definitely. And obviously you've got the number 1 in the championship for Oxford out here in
off of gate 4
gate
as well.
4. So, and don't know how the Oxford fans are going to feel about this if he pops at the start, but I don't think Bomber Harris will give up any chase.
No, I'm sure if he makes a start, we know he can make a start. Not all the time, but
no.
We'd rather him not make the start because he's exciting.
So here's the lineup for heat number 4. Off the inside in blue, we got young Ashton BOUGHEN. Next to him in yellow is Sam Hagen off gate 2. Gate 3, we got the experienced Chris Harris, and on the outside there is Sam Masters. So obviously the 2 boys on the outside, we know what they're capable of, the experience, but it'll be interesting to see how the young boys on the inside get on, and will Ashton make the gate and try to push Sam up, or will he see where Bomber is too?
Yeah, that's right. It could be an interesting one between the 2 youngsters, because the inside looks quite slick down there. I think maybe 2 and 4 could come into its own, but again, once you've gone over the line and you start peeling away, as you know yourself, you've ridden here more times than that, and you can see like it's starting to get slicker. Definitely. The first couple of yards are quite grippy, but I kind of think you kind of need to work it across if you can get straight across them.
Yeah. And
Sam's at an angle already looking, and obviously his experience here.
Here we go, heat number 4. Oh, cracking start there by Sam. He's just getting around, he's just kissing that dirt. But young Ashton's off the inside there. Is he going to push up? Just left Sam enough room to come down the back straight there. And here comes Bomber trying to come underneath Sam Hagen. Push Sam pretty wide.
And he's giving him the drive. Sam's chasing now.
Sam's trying to use that dirt and trying to cut back now, try and come underneath Ashton. He's cut back lovely, but just having a bit of lift there, coming off the bend.
Sam looking very classy out front. Oh, he's just picked up a bit of dirt there.
If you watch Bomber when he comes into the bend, he drops 2 wheels it in.
Yeah, 2 wheels it in, lets the bike run.
But Sam Hagen's riding a really good line there, just kissing the edge of the dirt and making it hard for Bomber to try and get anything around him.
Oh, now he's got the dirt, and has he got him? Yes, he's gone around Sam Hagen there.
As Bomber says, if you can go wider, I can go even wider. And even Bojan's trying to catch Sam Masters there.
Yeah, he's having a great meeting, young Ashton. Obviously, confidence high after finishing 3rd at Glasgow the other day. But it's a good ride by Sam Hagen too. You know, you can't take anything. You can't holding someone's experience like Chris Harris off for 2.5 laps. That's pretty good going for a youngster.
No, definitely. And he even used that bit of track craft there, trying to go even wider and not let Chris round. But Chris is a hard rider, and he'll go even wider if he needs to. As
you can see, the inside, you're making the starts, but because of the dirt on there, they're all getting across, and getting the run, and they're just running it up to the edge of the dirt. Where on the inside, as you know, the bike's spinning.
I think it's sort of a change of tyres, isn't it? So here's the race result there. We got Sam Masters with the 3 points, finishing 1st. 2nd there, young Ashton BOUGHEN. In 3rd was Chris Harrison, unfortunately at the back was Sam Hagen, but he pushed hard, pushed Chris all the way, and Chris will probably be looking to make a few changes there. He didn't seem to get off the gate too well, but then saying that he had gate 3, and I don't think anyone's made it off gate 3 yet. It looks pretty slick once you sort of get past the first couple yards. But here's the gate here.
We're watching it here. I see young Ashton's pulling really well. His bike's working well.
Sam Hagen just didn't get over him, but then look what Sam on the outside. He just uses that dirt and pulls lovely.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of inexperience there. I think one of the older riders would have pushed up a little bit higher there, try and squeeze him, not completely shut him off, but squeeze him a bit.
So yeah, look, here's Chris's crew. Obviously they're having a talk, seeing if he's going to change sprocket or maybe change jet and try and kill the bike off a bit. It just seemed to be spinning a bit harder than Bomber would like to. I know around here Bomber likes the bike pulling his arms off, but it just didn't seem to.
But he got caught a couple of times going in the corner. I noticed it threw him past the corner, but actually did him a favour because it threw him right into the dirt, and then he just picked it up and away he went then and went around Sam.
Yeah.
But Sam didn't do nothing wrong there really, but when you got someone like Bomber who'll go inside outside, he'll be everywhere. So I thought you rode an exceptionally good race as well.
Oh, definitely.
Sam Hagen.
But I spoke to Bomber because I did the commentary to Bomber last time I speak to. I said, I think you're the only rider I sort of see come into the bend, two-wheeling it in to try and get as much grip as you can, and then you turn it hard or let the bike run up to the dirt. And he says, that's how I've just riding it now. So it's easier.
Yeah, well, back in the day, Phil Crump, that's the way he used to race. He used to two-wheel it in, let it roll into the corner. Like everybody comes in a bit upright now.
Yeah.
The new sort of fashion, and the fashion of kicking the leg off the foot peg, and that was none of that in my day.
Definitely not.
But I don't know whether, I don't believe it gives you any better, because sometimes if you want the drive, you stand on that foot peg.
But you can see also when you've got your foot off the footrest, you're not really in control. You can see so many of the Grand Prix riders are coming off the bends, bikes up in the air.
Yeah.
It looks all stylish and looks good on the camera, but you're not really going anywhere, are you?
And certainly with the baby flywheels, and like if it's a bit patchy or something like that, we all know they're like little time bombs waiting to take off.
Yeah, definitely. And going back to sort of when you were riding, what was your favourite track back in your day?
Oh, back in my day, Swindon was always a good track. I had many good years at Poole. I used to love going to Glasgow. So I came back out of retirement once because Swindon was struggling. Went up there and I think I dropped 1 point to James Greaves.
And was it the same track as what it is now? Or was it different?
Pretty much. A little bit slightly different. I think they've made it a little bit wider now, haven't they?
They've even gone in smaller now.
They've gone in like to make it wider. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know, because I don't mean it needs to be narrow, but I think now the inside's kind of a little bit derelict a little bit, because again, like you just saw with Sam, he's gone out wide to hit that dirt, and that's where you come in at Glasgow. You go in up to the fence, and it hooks you around, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think sort of nowadays, obviously, some tracks are trying to sort of go for similar to how the Polish tracks are, where they're so big, but you don't really want to sort of go too big with it, do you?
No, that's right. But you can see they've got the water cart out there. It's a little bit of dust come up, but in general, I think it's holding up quite well. It's still quite dark, and if they can get that water into that shale, it should be some good racing.
Yeah, no, I think definitely.
Once the starts get even out a little bit.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think sort of tonight you can sort of see the dirt seems to be a bit darker coming out the bends, where obviously it's giving everyone the drive to come down the back straight and try and pass.
If you look at that as where the transit is now, he's just gone in there where Bomber caught that.
Yeah.
But it did him a favour. It threw him into the corner, but because of his experience, he got around Sam.
So yeah, we can just see Luke Becker's bike now getting touched with. Obviously, he looks like he's just changed a jet, maybe trying to kill the bike off a bit. Obviously, he didn't make the best of gate, and it seemed to be spinning quite hard. So, trying to probably either put a bigger jet in, probably to try and overfuel the bike to kill it off.
I mean, I don't think it's changed that much, but because it's quite muggy and quite warm out there, see, I don't think it's changed. But some of them go smaller.
Yeah,
go smaller.
A lot of that happens nowadays. I was speaking to sort of Sam, and it seems to be most of the Aussie boys. I don't know whether it's
because they're used to the heat.
Yeah.
And they know what to do. I mean, we were running silly jets like 185s, 190s in Australia because of the heat.
So yeah, we're just going to have a little break in, just cut to a video from the last couple meetings. So here we go.
Ashton BOUGHEN, he's going to be off the inside in blue for Oxford. Got a hit back in this one, Oxford. Anders ROWE, he's in yellow off of gate number 2. Scott Nichols, red, gate number 3, 3 points so far for Scott. And Tobias Muslak, the King's Lynn number 1, he comes out for the Vadim Tarasenko rider replacement ride. He will be off of gate 4. It's a 4-point lead as we speak to the King's Lynn Stars. Oxford will want to hit back. Ashton BOUGHEN, Scott Nichols up against Tobias Muslak and Anders ROWE. Heat number 8 takes up, away we go. Oh, he might well have called it. Ashton BOUGHEN on the inside, Scott Nichols on the outside. Will they look? Will they work together? Tobias Muslak's going to be all over the back of Ashton BOUGHEN. Here we go, he's looking at the inside early on.
He's run wide.
Wow, Toby's moved up into second place. Can Anders follow? No, he can't. Scott Nichols is out front. Tobias Muslak into second place. Now Anders is having a look. Anders Rowe at the inside. No, Ashton BOUGHEN holds on to it. We've got 2 races in one here, Rory.
Yeah, Tobias looks quick. Ashton needs to be a little bit smart. He's got to shut the door on Anders here. But Scott running too narrow there. Toby's coming up the inside.
Whoa, Scott says no. Scott Nichols holds on to the lead. We've got a lap and a corner to go here. Scott Nichols out front. Tobias Muslak. Oh, he's all over the back of Scotty Nichols. He's going to put it in deep. Look for that cutback. Is he going to get it? Nice big long straight. Scott stays ahead of him. Ashton BOUGHEN, he's holding on to that all-important 3rd place and a heat advantage. One last big corner. Can Tobias Muslak make it stick? No! Scotty Nichols driving all the way to the line. Fantastic heat.
Great race. Great race.
There we go, 23-25. It was a 4-2 there to Oxford. They wanted that heat advantage there in Heat 8. Scott Nichols, he was the winner in the red helmet colour. Tobias Muslak, he came home in 2nd place, working hard to get ahead of Ashton BOUGHEN, who did make the gate, as Rory called, but he just couldn't hold off the Kings Lynn number 1. And Anders Rowe, he came home in 4th place. So 4-2 to Oxford. Progressive score, 23-25.
So obviously you just watched a race there, Scott Nichols showing his experience in class, but I must admit, sort of over the last 2 years, riding with Scotty, he's phenomenal. Just the way he rides the bike, he's in so much control of it. And
I think the only thing with Scott now, and he'll openly admit that, you know, because like on the bigger tracks he struggles. Like, it's not that he's overweight or anything like that, but he's a lot heavier compared to the likes of Tungate and Dan Bewley and people like that. And that's where, but on these sort of tracks in Ipswich and that, he holds his own as good as any rider still in this country.
No, definitely. He said it on Eurosport the other night. He said obviously he's not doing the British title this year because obviously it's at Bellevue and it's a track he struggles at. But if they were to change it to a track like your Oxford or your tighter track where it's a bit more technical, sort of similar to when it used to be at Coventry, he'd give it a go because he's sort of got a bit more of a level ground to everyone else. But he knows that around the bigger tracks, most of these younger boys like Dan Bewley and sort of your Robert Lambert, who's in it this year, they're so much not lighter, but the bikes are so much more. Obviously, being in Poland, they've got.
I think the weight does make a difference on a track like Bellevue. It's such an advantage to be 55 kilos wet through.
Definitely, yeah.
I dream about being 55 kilos. I don't think I want to be that little anyway.
No, but obviously Dan Bewley, when you watch him around there, as soon as he hits the front, he just pulls away more and more and more. But because he's so light, it's like nothing on the bike. There's no weight at all.
That's right. Looks like they've done a really good job with the grading. A little bit of water going in out wide as well. Certainly does a good job here, Jamie.
Yeah, he usually gets the walk cart to go around, try packing in the dirt just on the outside there. And
yeah, because he's got the old double wheel transit there, which is quite good, which packs it in, so the loose bit going into the corners.
And obviously with the water weight in the back too.
Yeah.
Great way of just packing it down.
That's right.
I think they do a lot of that in Poland, don't they? The packing down of the dirt.
Yeah. But they've got big, massive lorries, haven't they?
Okay.
They got the big water tankers, which are heavy, like the old waste control trucks, and they're big, they're heavy, got the water in, and yeah, they just get it out. But you know, that's a pretty good little contraction there that he's got going.
I think he made that himself. That one.
Yeah, it looks like he's made it himself.
What are you trying to say?
Well, it's a Courtney special. That's all I'll say.
You can buy yours now at Oxford Speedway.
Yeah.
But did you ride much in Poland, sort of?
I did a few meetings out there, but unfortunately at the time when I was racing, it was only the number 1s and 2s in England. There was no option like it is now, where and I don't mean it disrespectfully, but anybody can go to Poland now.
Yeah.
But when I was there, when I was racing, it was only the 1s and 2s that were getting the rides out there, and we'd get the odd occasional ride or individual or something like that, and if you were impressed, you had an opportunity to go back out there. But like now, it's kind of, they got the under 24 league over there, but anybody can kind of, like I say, and that's not being disrespectful.
No. Did they have like the 14-man squads sort of then?
No, they didn't. They basically had the 9 or 10 riders and that. But you know, their money's gone through the roof with the telly, and I know a couple of promoters over in Poland, and they're pretty hacked off with it all, to be quite honest, because they feel that all the money's not coming into them, it's all being pumped out to the riders and stuff, and there's a couple of bit of discontent out there at the moment.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's obviously everyone sort of talks about the money side in the Polish Speedway, and that's sort of the reason they're going over there. But you got to think about the commitment. You'll get basically double of everything that you've got in England to get over there.
You get a lot of money over there, but you can't. And they say you think what Maciej would get in Poland compared to what he gets over here. But again, he's coming here for the right reasons. He wants to improve.
Yeah.
And as I said, I think when you're riding big tracks all the time, anybody can screw the throttle on.
Definitely.
And on a big wide open track, but you put on there, and then you get to the Grand Prix, they're a bit more technical, and that's where. Like he's going, I think he wants to get back in the Grand Prix, and I guarantee he will get back in the Grand Prix. And this will only help him racing tracks like this and Ipswich and places like that.
I think that's one ride I really want to see in the Grand Prix soon is Emil Tayfurtanov, who's been going.
Yeah, it's obviously a bit of an sticky situation with this Russian thing that's going on. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to carry on.
Yeah, so obviously moving on to heat number 5 here with the lineup. On the inside there in yellow is Richard Lawson. Next to him in red off gate 2 is Louis Kerr. Off gate 3 is Max Fricke, and off the outside there in blue is Maciej JANOWSKI. So be interested if Maciej tries and uses the same line that most of the other boys have. I don't know whether that bit of water on the outside is going to make it spin, but
I'm sure Max will be looking to do the same to Maciej as what Rohan did to him in the first one. Didn't quite make it, and Rohan just gave him a little tap. And just lost his momentum then, and then he had to come fighting from the back. But then the race was over and Rohan was gone.
Maybe Max might try using Rohan's technique here on Maciej.
Yeah, that's what I just said. That yeah, he'd probably like going because Maciej, if he can make a start there, and he's in the preferred gate 4 at the moment. We all know he can trap when he wants to.
No, definitely. Obviously the starts are a bit different to Polish starts, so he's still probably trying to get used to that, but. Hopefully off that gate 4 you can try and use that.
I just find that the starts are more consistent from after the tapes go up there.
Yeah.
There's like grip all the way on from 1 to 4, where you find here like certain tracks are like it's not there.
No, definitely. So here we go for heat number 5. Riders come up to tapes.
Richard Lawson will be looking to do better this time. Didn't have such a good first race.
No, definitely off that gate 1 too. Pretty equal start. Magic's just using that dirt on the outside when he comes round.
Use it? He's got it. But Max is
just
there.
Close the door, slam the door there on Maciej, and Maciej tries tucking on the inside, come underneath Max. But Max is letting him run up there.
Run it up there, yeah, nicely. Richard Lawson having a better ride this time. He's doing well on the edge there.
Louis trying to cut the inside there, but doesn't seem to be anything on the inside there yet.
No, not yet. No, I think later on when the dirt when it's too far out, I think that's when it will change back to the inside.
But you can see Max there just riding the cushion of that dirt. Even Magic's following him now, and it seems to be working nice, pulling the bike down the back straight. But I don't know if Magic's got any time now just to try and pull anything back on Max.
Again, it's just he's learning well. Like Max, look very smooth out in front, just letting the bike do the work into the edge of the dirt, two-wheeling it in, look, in there, in the dirt, let it run, and he's just pulled an inch on Maciej.
Yeah, good win there by Max Fricke, obviously in second there, Maciej JANOWSKI. Third, a better ride from Richard Lawson, and at the back there was Louis. But yeah, it seemed to be a good gate there from Max off 3. No one's really made it off 3, and he just got there just to push Maciej JANOWSKI out. Yeah,
just enough to close the door on him, where Ashton was the same when that's what he could have done with Sam, like just squeezed up when he come off the line and moved out to the fence.
But it all comes with experience.
Experience, exactly. And you ain't going to get that overnight.
No, definitely not. So yeah, here's the result, heat number 5. Obviously your winner there, Max Fricke. Second was Maciej JANOWSKI. Third was Richard Lawson, and last there was Louis Kerr, making it 4-2 to the LEICESTER Lions, bringing it to 16-14 on the night to the Oxford Spires. So no, good result there from Max. Obviously didn't have the best start. Obviously got second, but he would have been looking to try and there we are on camera there. There you go, Roscoe. Give him a wave. So yeah, obviously getting ready for heat number 6. But as you say with the starts, I don't know if you've seen it now, but more tracks seem to try and rip the start line sort of nearly a quarter of the way up to the first bend.
I don't think they do that here, do they?
No, but like tracks like Glasgow, I know they do it at Leicester.
Yeah.
They try and rip the starts up to make them quite equal. I know they do it at Poole too.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's to try and intimidate the away teams or what, but
I guess it could be a good bonus for the Oxford rider once they're all dialed into this track. Then they know what to expect and how they can set their bikes up to get off the start.
Yeah, no, definitely. So obviously you got heat number 6 here off gate 1. We got Rohan TUNGATE next to him. Winner in heat 4, Sam Masters. In gate 3 in blue is Charles Wright, and off the outside there is Craig Cook. Be interesting to see if Rohan does the same tactic off the inside here to Sam.
Yeah, obviously they know, these two know each other really well, all from New South Wales, so there's plenty of rivalry there, and there'll be no inches taken on between the two Australian boys. And then in the mix you got Charles Wright, who's another one that likes to chase the dirt as well. And then when Cookie's on form, he's the same too. He'll be chasing the dirt too. And
they'd probably be quite confident coming off that gate 4, seeing the last previous results. Everyone trying to make it off that gate 4 and using the dirt.
Yep.
But I'm guaranteed Sam, if he makes it, he'll dive straight for that dirt and try and get the pull round.
A couple of times, Maciej, he's dropped his clutch and he's lifting, and he's just losing that inch. If he could just stop that lifting, and the actual, it's driving really well, but it's just lifting and losing that lift, and you've lost that split second where the other boys have got it down.
Yeah. So here we go, heat number 6. Riders up to the start line. Oh, no.
Rowan's made a blinder there.
Oh, red lights are on.
Red lights are on.
I don't know if there's too much in that, to be honest. I think
I
Rowan
don't think there was
made
much
a
in that.
really good gate, to be honest.
Replay. Let's have a look.
Seemed like he had pretty good reactions, to be honest, but we'll see
the
now.
referee. Oh, yeah, he definitely
had a little nibble.
He had a nibble. There's going to be a little warning for Mr. Tungate.
As back in the day, they said that's a roller, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it was a hell of a roller. That would have been a Bob Kilby special. Or we used to we've nicknamed Rowan Romance.
Romance.
Yeah, his name when he moved to Swindon was called Romance.
Like, that's quite a good little nickname, that.
Yeah. But yeah, he had a little nibble there, but he still got it. He still got it, and it drove to the corner really well.
I don't know if they realised that 2 minutes are on. Obviously now with the new rules, you've got to be at the start line within them 2 minutes, so a minute 20 left.
I'm sure they'll get warned by the pit marshal, Mike Hunt.
Or Pete. Pete will start shouting at them.
Yeah, start shouting.
Once one bike starts up, they all follow, don't they?
Yeah, here we go. 2, 3. And Sam. It's getting the chain. Just the chain might have moved a fraction, I don't know. I don't get how these chains move so much. I never had it that so much back when I rode.
No, I don't seem to have it too much.
Whether it's the lay down and where it flexes so much.
So Rowan's been given a warning there for obviously trying to anticipate the start. Had a little nibble there, but that will stick with him throughout the meeting, and if he gets caught again, then obviously he'll be excluded. So he needs to stay still now from the rest of the meeting.
I'm sure that won't deter Rowan. He'll be raring to go.
So yeah, here we go. There was lineup heat number 6, obviously off the inside. Rohan TUNGATE next to him. In white is Sam Masters off gate 2. Gate 3, we got Charles Wright, and off the outside, Craig Cook.
23, 22 seconds on the clock. I mean, and got too much digging to do, boys.
Did you do much digging back when
I
you were
used to
riding?
just get up there pretty quick and pack it in quick. I didn't used to go overboard. I didn't kick the rut off and stuff like that. I'd just try and get the best I could. I wasn't a bad gator in the day.
Riders, here they come.
Craig Cook's lifted there.
Rowan just pushed Sam out.
Charles
locking it up and coming down.
They're all
free abreast.
Pretty aggressive here.
Charles going for the big bomb.
He's gone in. He's gone around Sam.
Great move there by Charles.
Rowan's looking pretty quick. He's certainly, as he said, it's took him a couple of weeks to get dialed in. He's certainly got this track dialed in now. Sam's
trying the inside there, but it doesn't seem to be anything there, and he's just riding the dead man bit you say on the track. But these two here doing the exact same as what they've done in heat 1, both following each other nicely, riding well, team riding at the finest, and Charles is just moving out there, trying to kiss the dirt, but don't lose it there, Charles.
He got really close. Slow down, Charles. Just look behind. You don't need to be chasing your own teammate. You're on a 5-1.
But yeah, Sam's just struggling there, getting the bike hooked up, and obviously Craig just at the back there, just not on it tonight. So
no, certainly not on it tonight.
Good 5-1 there from the Oxford boys. Obviously winner there in red, Rohan TUNGATE. Second, Charles Wright. Third, Sam Masters at the back, Craig Cook. But they did exactly the same as what they've done in the first heat. That's right, yeah. They've had a good start, Charles and Rowan. Certainly Rowan's bike's working, no matter what gate he's coming from. He's, apart from the first one where he gave Max a little tap, but
to make it work, especially with someone of Sam's class and experience around here as well.
And a brave move there from Charles, obviously free press going into that bend.
Yeah, it was a bit too brave there on his own teammate towards the end. You'd like, hang on, Charles, calm down. You're comfortably on a 5-1 here. Just look over your shoulder.
Definitely. So here's the result of heat number 6. Obviously, your winner there in the red helmet colour was Rohan TUNGATE. His teammate in second was Charles Wright. Third, Sam Marsden at the back, Craig Cook, making it 5-1 to the Oxford boys. They'll be happy with that, obviously, having a 4-2 against him in the previous heat.
So 2 points in it previous, and now there's 6 points in it now. So they'll be happy with that. Craig didn't, but he just lifted badly there, just picked up. Again, that's where magic was.
But surprisingly, he didn't go in the rut this time. He went close to the gate 3.
Didn't he?
And he did seem to actually make a good gate, but Charles just pushed him out.
Craig's quite clever on the throttle, and he can make it work. There you go, brave ride there by Charles Wright there, out in the dirt.
Using every bit of inch of the track there. But I think you see nowadays, most of the boys that sort of come from the motocross to the speedway, they all seem to be quite good gators. So obviously the
motocross boys, even in early days with Danny Bird and people like that who come across, Richard, my brain's gone blank now, Worrell.
Yeah.
Richie Worrell, he was a motocross rider, and he's always been a very good starter. And it does make a difference.
Definitely.
Bombers looks like he's played about with his bike a little bit, and he's having a little practice start. Oh, spinning a bit there, didn't hook up much there.
No, so obviously he needs to get around to the track pretty quick.
He didn't change nothing.
But here's the lineup for your heat number 7. I think they might have done a tack sub here off the inside. It seems like there's Max Fricke out.
It looks like it, yeah.
So Max Fricke off gate number 1. Next to him is Chris Harris in gate 2.
Luke Becker's been dropped.
Yes. Next to Chris in gate 3 is Ryan Douglas, and off the outside is Erik RISS. So obviously doing a tack sub here, they want to try and claw back some points early on.
Yeah.
And using that inside gate for Max.
Yeah. Is that young Ashton on the outside?
No, it's Erik.
Erik.
Yeah, Erik
Sorry.
RISS, that's right.
Should have known that. It's all black bike. He's got a blue bike. I'm a bit rusty. I've been out of the game for a little bit.
But off that inside, obviously, Fricke will be making the gate and try and push Bomber wide. But
well, I think I've got to say probably Leicester will fancy their chances here.
Definitely.
Unless Bomber makes one of his what we say rare style.
One of his blinders.
Yeah, he'll either make one of that. But he's in a good rut by the looks on it. But you've got classy rider Fricke on the inside. Looks quite tacky down on gate 1.
There
so
we
he
are.
can make it work to the corner. He can make a bad start, Bomber.
Oh, but even Erik there around the outside, coming off that gate 4. Will he keep it? Or Max has just come up the inside of him?
Oh, Eric's pushing it in harder. Dougie's going in the dirt. He's gone past Bomber, but Bomber's returned the compliment. And now he's pushed him out wide, and now he's at the back there, Dougie.
Will Erik see Bomber now and let him go by, but Bomber's going for the outside line here.
He did have a look. Oh,
don't push him out too wide.
Oh, they got very close to each other. I'm surprised Erik did look and see that it was Chris, and he didn't really do him any favours there by pushing him, but Max cruising away up front now.
I think Bomber's just got around the outside, but I think it might be a bit too late for him to put an impact on Max.
Yeah, too late now, but I'm sure they're ready for the next heat.
If you watch Bomber here, when he goes in the dirt, the bike's now pulling really hard compared to his first heat.
Yeah, definitely pulling better, and he's not a million miles away from him.
Maybe if he got past Erik a bit sooner, he might have.
Exactly. And say Dougie got
beaten up in them first couple of weeks.
That first corner there.
So yeah, good race win there by Max Fricke. In second was Chris Harris, and team rider in third was Erik RISS, and at the back was Ryan Douglas. But no, good. I think if Bomber had got past Erik a bit sooner, he might have been able to.
He didn't actually make a bad start, Bomber, really. But again, he's kind of in that middle bit where the riders then, Max went straight to the dirt, and then obviously Erik pushed out Ryan.
Yeah.
And then lost all his momentum.
So yeah, here's the result of heat number 7. Your winner is Max Fricke. In second was Chris Harris. Third, Erik RISS, and Ryan Douglas in last there, making it a 3-all. So no, it's been a competitive meeting so far. Some of the moves have been a bit scary.
Oxford would be really happy with that, because that could have been a tough one there. Certainly, we know Ryan won his first race. and Max has started to come good now, using that inside line there, and then you think Erik's got it, but then he's got the drive, sitting back on the back of the bike there, underneath there, under Erik. Bomber's there, he's got caught now down on the old slick stuff, but then he gets underneath Ryan there and just moves out enough and loses momentum.
But I think it's this bend here where Erik obviously looks at Bomber.
He looks, but then he carried on going.
Yeah.
You'd have thought he would have just
sort
dropped
of drop back a little bit, let Bomber go in, yeah.
Let Bomber go in on the dirt. Looks like we got the old famous water cart coming out.
The Jamie Special.
The Jamie Special. And got a really big tractor there, which is good. It can get all the dirt down, and it looks like they got the spikes on the back of the on the grader there, which will help matters.
No, definitely. But I was sort of going to ask you about sort of obviously the new tyres nowadays, these Analyst tyres. You don't seem to sort of see the blue groove anymore, which sort of probably 5-6 years ago you would have seen the blue groove and riders would be actually able to ride it in if they needed to, try and get an extra bit of drive. But
well, exactly, they work. But I mean, I've not really seen that many meetings, unfortunately. But I'm sure they still put a blue line down. But I know there's been a few issues over the years with these new Analyst tyres, with them falling apart.
Yeah, I think they're obviously. I think it was 2 years ago. I know JJ, when he was Jordan Jenkins, when he was riding for Peterborough, they actually had to be given 2 tyres because after 2 races the tyres were breaking apart.
But they're a totally different compound compared to all the other countries. So whether it, I shouldn't say it, whether they're cheaper or what, I don't know. Because obviously I'm not a promoter no more, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah, no, definitely. And obviously over the sort of next couple races, the edges should still be good for the end of the meeting. And yeah, it looks like Max there might be changing the gearing. He seemed to be going well with them, but some of these boys nowadays like it where the bike's pulling their sleeves off. And yeah, it looks like Max is either just changing the gearing or just changing the edge round to have a fresh edge ready for his next ride. But yeah, it seems like a pretty good close meeting so far. Obviously, we thought it was going to be close at the beginning of the meeting with the riders that are in both teams, and no, it's proven to be a good meeting so far. So enjoying it. And as you can see, Jamie's just going around and getting the track ready for the next races. And obviously these are the races now which will sort of try and determine the what the outcome of the meeting is.
I'm sure Oxford will be pretty happy with the lead they got at the moment, 24-18, and already Leicester have used the tactical ride. I think they were hoping that Ryan and Max could have pulled a 5-1 off there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, we saw Dougie was liking his first ride, and we thought, oh, if he makes a gate with Fricke, they'll be on for it. But he just seemed to struggle to get the bike to drive off the bend, whether he was in the wrong place at the wrong time or if he just got beaten up in the first couple bends.
Craig Cook's got a belt drive on.
Yeah, quite a few of these boys are going for the belt drive now. I've got one on my bike, and
do you find them any different?
I think they ride smoother. Obviously, you haven't got, when you drop the clutch of a chain, the chain sort of knocks in, and sort of obviously you can hear the boomp when you drop it. But with the belt, obviously, because it's so sort of free running, you don't really get the initial like lift, as you want to say. But there's obviously a couple boys.
Craig got a fair bit of lift last time, didn't he?
Yeah. So obviously there's a couple boys on them in the Grand Prix now. Obviously you got Freddie Lindgren in them, and even I think Doyley's on them now over here, yeah, in the Premiership. So I don't know whether in the next couple of years, I think I've heard that Poland, places like Sweden, Denmark, they're bringing it in as you've got to have belt drive. Obviously with the oil, they're trying to reduce.
Well, it's no different to the long track now, and they're all belt drives because of the environment, isn't it?
And even I think tear-offs now, you're not even allowed tear-offs in the long track because obviously plastic tear-offs on the ground wasting. So I think it's got to be roll-offs now, so you can chuck the roll-offs in the bin. So yeah, we'll obviously
chuck the tear-offs in the bin.
Yeah, chuck the tear-offs in the bin
and have the roll-offs.
So obviously all these new environment things coming to Speedway. Hopefully it doesn't come to the day where it's electric Speedway bikes. That might be a bit boring, not hearing any noise. And
the only thing I think the electric will be good for is if you want to have practice.
Yeah, no, I suppose.
You have the electric bikes for the young kids.
Yeah,
you can have as much practice as you want.
So yeah, here we see the gate stats. Obviously, gate 4 got the most race wins off of it. Gate 3 seems to be coming in.
Yeah, it's got
coming in good now.
13 points too as well.
And even the
gate
inside
1
gate.
is the inside gate.
But gate 2 just seems to be a bit of a graveyard.
Yeah, graveyard at the moment. Bit of a race going on between the tractor and the Transit.
But yeah,
or the Iveco.
Going back to sort of what we were saying there, with obviously, we'll go to the riders' points here. So obviously, Rowan's on a maximum 2 wins.
2 wins.
Charles Wright obviously on a maximum 2, paid 6. Young Ashton BOUGHEN only dropped 1 point from his first 2 rides, which is very impressive. Going to the Leicester boys, obviously Max Fricke dropped a couple of points his first heat, but 2 heat wins, you'll be happy with that. Ryan Douglas obviously winning his first race and unfortunately just got beat up in his second race there, looking to get another win. And Sam Masters with 4 points, only dropping 2, so still a lot to play for. Yeah,
still a long way to go, but I'm sure Oxford now with the gate situation changing, but because they will move out to gates 2 and 4 later on, won't they?
Yeah. Hopefully 2 comes good then.
Maybe the inside could be working a bit better than, and it could be too far out.
So yeah, just young Sam there having a chat with Stewart DICKSON. Stewart's probably just giving him a few words of encouragement, maybe telling him where to ride, where to put the bike. But he done well in his last heat against Bomber, and obviously when you've got someone like Bomber on the outside of you, you're never gonna.
Held him off for 2.5 laps. That's
pretty good.
No mean feat.
No,
certainly with someone like Bomber bombing around.
That's one person you don't want behind you as Bomber, is it?
That's right.
But no, it'd be good racing next heat 8. I always think heat 8's one of the deciding heats in the speedway where you've got your 2 reserves against your 2 number 2s.
Yeah.
It's sort of quite a.
Just looking at Charles Wright's bike there, they're all. Mr. Kowalski seems to be getting popular over here. I looked down the pits. There's 3 or 4 riders on Kowalski engines, which I'm surprised because I thought it'd be kind of more of a big track man.
Yeah, no, I bought one actually off Biani when he was finishing his last years with Plymouth, and I've never seemed to have any problems with it.
Just threw the clutch plate away. He's changing the clutch plates.
I think it looks like the plates might have just burnt out. It looked very black in there. That's why he might not be making as good a starts as he wants there. But it also looks like the. Oh no, it's not the nut. It's just the mushroom inside.
It's the
there.
mushroom,
plastic mushroom, yeah.
Plastic mushroom now. That's changed. It used to be metal.
I've still got metal ones.
Yeah.
Some riders like the plasticky ones, whether they wear more or what, but I've never seemed to have the problems with the metal ones, so I've always used them.
This could be a pivotal race, Heat 8.
Yeah.
With Charles Wright, young Ashton, Richard Lawson, Sam Hagen.
I think this is.
I think a bit of pressure on Richard Lawson to do well in this one.
Yeah, I think
it's the kind of one that he could pop up and pull out.
Definitely, yeah. He's obviously wanting to get a heat win, but here's the result, the table of the ROWE Motor Oil Premiership table. Obviously, the sponsor of the Premiership, and Oxford sitting in 5th there. Obviously, they'll be looking to get a win and try and get up the table a bit more. But Leicester and Sheffield have a meeting in hand, and so do Kings Lynn.
Yeah.
But Ipswich at the moment, with the riders they've got there, they all seem to be clicking pretty well. Obviously, they had the bad news of Doyley.
And obviously lost Adam Ellis, and they've lost. Is it young Dan Thompson?
Yeah, I think he's got illness. COVID, yeah. Yesterday he got ill, so apparently he's out for 7 days now with that. So obviously then
it's not a speedway injury, is it?
No.
I don't think the rules have changed on that. If it's a speedway injury, then you can have a guest, or if you do have a guest, then he's got to be out for 7 days.
Yeah, so obviously they'll be missing a couple riders for their next.
Well,
next
they're
meeting.
looking at their team tonight at Birmingham. It's like a list of guest riders and stuff.
Yeah, and it's obviously not
they
ideal.
Look well and truly depleted tonight, Ipswich.
Yeah, they looked really strong at the beginning of the season, but obviously
there's no Danny King's not there.
No, he's obviously still out with injury.
I didn't realise he was injured.
Yeah, it was just at the beginning of the season. He had an off at Workington. I think one of the young boys came off the gate 4, picked up, and literally just took him straight out, which wasn't his fault.
Right.
And I think the same happened again at Redcar. Someone picked up and took him to the fence. So he's been very unlucky, but he's a good rider, Danny King. I've got on well with him everywhere I've been, and I think he's got a really nice riding style.
Oh, he's got a really good riding style. Danny has definitely.
So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that he's out for the count at the moment, but hopefully he can come back near the end of the season. I'm not too sure what the extent of his injuries are, to be honest, but
how long has he been out now?
Since probably the beginning of the season, about April. So
wow,
quite a few weeks. Yeah,
been out for a little while then.
Yeah. So obviously it
I'd
must be
say
something
this one's an important race here. I think there'll be a bit of pressure on Richard Lawson to do well here.
Obviously, Wright,
he's
got 2 wins.
experienced enough. I'm sure he won't be too flustered, but someone like Charles Wright. You've got Charles Wright as well, who certainly got it working well in the dirt. But you might find it won't quite work so much because it's not so loose at the moment, where they've just rolled it and packed it all in, just graded it well.
Yeah, maybe that little bit of water on the outside might make it
a bit greasy.
But we'll see. So Charles off of gate 4.
Gate 4.
Obviously Richard Lawson on the inside of him, where we wanted to make a gate and either push him wide or see what he does. But here's the lineup for heat number 8. Off the inside we've got young Sam Hagen. Next to him in blue is Ashton BOUGHEN on number 2. Gate number 3 is Richard Lawson, and on the outside is Charles Wright.
Yep. Be interesting to see what happens here, whether Richard pushes Charles out, and that means Charles will be chasing the dirt, and maybe where it's just been watered it might be a little bit greasy and he won't get the drive like he did in the previous race.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too many ruts on the start line yet. If you sort of look down, there's a few off 2, but obviously gate 3 where everyone's riding along, there's only a couple on the inside then. I think
isn't it?
Richie's just trying to pack that rut there in.
Gate 2 looks like it's got a couple of big ruts, obviously, because there just seem to be, there's about 3 ruts down there.
I don't know if it gets really slick on the way out, because obviously we've had no points from gate 2 as it said on the stats, but as you know, stats don't mean anything in Speedway. Anyone can pop off gate 2.
Got young Ashton, he'll pop out the gate or something like that.
He's an ex-crosser, that's why he's good at gating.
Something about motocross riders and gating, they just seem to have the style. Here we go. Charles made a good gate off gate 4 there.
And young Ashton coming in under, just clamping Sam on the inside, but is Richie going to get enough speed?
Again, he's looking the wrong way, young Ashton there. A little bit of inexperience there. Looking the wrong way, but I'm sure he'll be chasing Richard Lawson.
And here comes Sam Hagen trying to go wide and cut back and come underneath Ashton, but Ashton's just moved out to hit the dirt and he's pulled a little bit away. But yeah, good ride from Richie to get back into second and try and break up the 5-1.
But now Oxford looking comfortable here on a 4-2. And young Ashton settling in there for 3rd place. Sam's at the back.
But Charles is riding a lovely line, just riding the cushion and pulling away nicely.
Coming in nicely, letting the bike run, nice and smooth. And doesn't look like Richard's making any impression on him whatsoever.
No, but young Sam's there trying at the back, just trying to get the dirt, but Ashton's riding every right line and just getting enough just to pull away.
There we go, coming over the line there, comfortable win there for Charles Wright, Richard Lawson, Ashton and Sam.
So yeah, good race win there by Charles. He's been riding well all night, he doesn't seem to be phased, the bike's skating well, and everywhere he puts on the track he seems
he's
to
on
be
the paid maximums at the moment
far,
still. So far. Unbeaten by an opponent. He's got to be happy with that.
Definitely. I think it's been good him going to a different track, obviously riding Bellevue week in, week out. It sort of can be obviously good. Every sort of Bellevue rider you see at home, they're very dominant, but as soon as they sort of go to anywhere where it's a bit technical, tight, they sort of struggle the first few races and sort of come good near the end.
Yeah. But you just saw that little bit of experience, inexperience by young Ashton there. Again, looking over his shoulder, should have been moving out. He did, it's twice he's done it, but hey, he's still got some good points tonight. You
Definitely.
can't knock him.
So yeah, here's the result of heat number 8. Winner in blue was Charles Wright. Second, next to him was Richard Lawson. Third, Ashton BOUGHEN, and at the back there, Sam Hagen, making it a 4-2 to the Oxford Spires, making it 28-20. So Oxford are clawing back the points, trying to get that bonus point. Hopefully with these next couple meetings, races, they try and claw some more back. But yeah, here's the rerun.
Charles makes a good start. Richard lifts a little bit. He hops. It just gives Charles enough run to get to the corner. And then you go young Ashton again, looking over his shoulder. In that situation, kind of needed to be moving out. But again, it's all about experience, and that'll come in time.
He clamped Sam on the inside, then obviously he's got Richard coming on the outside. He's probably thinking, which one do I go for?
Where do I go? Where do I go?
Yeah, here's our lineup for heat number 9.
Sure, Leicester be hoping to try and get something back here. I'm sure Sam Masters off the inside. Yeah, next Magic next to him. Craig Cook, and then Louis Kerr. I'm sure Louis Kerr will be reveling being in the outside because he likes to get stuck in the dirt, does Louis? So
hard charge.
This could be an interesting one. I think Leicester will be hoping that Craig Cook comes to the party.
Yeah, if he pops out the start and maybe hits there, he might be able to do some damage. But it just, as you said, it seems to be too violent. He bike gated and then jumped up too much, and then he just dropped down. But Louis will be wanting to try and get around that outside and score a few points. So 30 seconds left. Riders coming to the start line. Magic's packing that rut in.
Certainly Magic looked a lot more comfortable in that last race, and he was letting the bike run, looked a lot smoother. But someone of Sam's experience of the British League tracks should give him the heads up, but you never know.
So yeah, Riders just getting brought to the tapes here. Get to the tapes, Magic. You only got 7 seconds left.
3, 2, here we go.
Better start there for Magic, just pushing Craig wide. Going to get to the dirt before Sam. Is he going to get enough pull down the straight? Oh, Sam's closed the door. And here comes Craig trying to come up the inside of Magic.
Magic there. Magic nearly had the run on there on Sam, but Sam used all his experience there to move out and block the run of JANOWSKI there. Craig Cook coming stronger in this race now. Craig's looking a little bit more sharper, but Sam showing his Oxford experience. But Magic's not giving up. He's still setting chase after him. But I think Sam's got this in control, unless he does something really crazy.
Obviously Magic just going a bit wider there, trying to get the extra bit of grip, which he's pulled Sam in. He's going a bit wider here, then cut back, but I think Sam's just rode a good line there just to cut the nose of Magic off, but Magic looks much more comfortable and much smoother.
Certainly got the speed, Magic, but when you got someone like Sam Masters in front of you, he's got to make a mistake to get past there. But good ride there by Magic, and Craig Cook looked a lot more sharper there, and poor Louis Kerr at the back again. I'm sure he'll be frustrated with himself, but he has been out for a little while.
Maybe just a little bit race rusty.
Yeah, a little bit race rusty and that.
But Cookie seemed to be making his bike work off the inside there quite well, which was surprising. No one's really seemed to be getting too much drive off the inside there, but Cookie would seem to have a few bites at Magic on the inside and couldn't make anything pull. But yeah, as you see, most riders at the moment riding the outside line. But here's the result of heat number 9. Winner was Sam Masters, second Maciej JANOWSKI, third Craig Cook, and at back was Louis Kerr. But no, good.
Craig just come back. Not Craig. Sam just come back round, had a quick little off gate 3 there. So I guess that he's off gate 3 in the next race.
But yeah, we can see the start lines here. All the seems to be a few ruts appearing now. Obviously,
yeah, but they're not massive, are they? They're not megally deep, like, you know. They look quite nice, actually.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look too...
I mean, I'd like this little bit here, like it's
the fresh
not
bit.
Unused, a nice bit of fresh.
And there's obviously the rut that everyone's been going off gate 4. They usually grab all that dirt off the outside, pack it down, and
try. Get there quick, roll it in, pack it down before the old 2-minute clock goes.
But here's obviously
young Rowan's off the outside.
Got the unbeaten duo at the moment. Obviously Rowan and Charles Wright.
Charles Wright. Got Ryan Douglas off the inside. Luke Becker's only had one ride, and obviously that was a last, and they used a tactical ride in the last one for him. Obviously Max won it.
So yeah, off the inside we got Ryan Douglas. Next to him off gate 2 is Charles Wright. Off gate 3 is Luke Becker, and off the outside is Rohan TUNGATE. But maybe Luke might struggle here, obviously not being out since this first ride. The track's changed. Hopefully he'll be wanting to make a good start, but it's always hard when you've had to miss a riding. I think it's nearly been about 7 heats since he's been out, and the track going to change massively.
It's a hell of an arse to come out from early doors now, you know, and he'll be very cold. And I don't mean cold literally, but he'll be cold for the conditions.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, it's a tough ask for him. So I think Leicester will be looking to try and keep this at a 3-all. Certainly with Tungate, the form he's in, and Charles Wright unbeaten as well. So I think they're hoping that young Ryan Douglas makes a good start off the inside.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But then you got young Rowan on the outside. Yeah, I think it's damage limitations for Leicester here.
they probably shouldn't have used the tack sub so early.
Possibly, yeah, but do you do it and let them get away?
Exactly. So here we are, ready for heat 10.
Luke Becker spun up there. Douglas made a good start, but Rowan's made even better from the outside. That bike's just working so well for Rohan TUNGATE.
And here goes Charles around the outside. Will he make it work?
He's got him. He's going.
Ryan's just cut his nose off there, but Charles trying to get on the inside, going too tight.
Too tight there. I think Charles needs to keep it on the outside.
Comes in
Becker's
wider.
having a bit of a go there, but Ryan's just moving out in the dirt, but lost a bit of momentum there. And Charles Wright's making the charge again now.
Just going onto the edge of that dirt now, trying to build up his speed, come around Ryan, going a little bit wider than Ryan is, but Ryan's coming out, drifting out, kissing the dirt and just getting that extra bit. But here comes Charles building his momentum up.
I think the dirt's just a little bit too far out now off the turns 1 and 2. This is the turn where Charles makes it work. He's making a charge to the line, and Ryan got there. As I said, damage limitations there, hoping Ryan would have done it, but the form Rowan's in and the way his bike's working now, I can see it hard anybody beating young Rowan tonight.
He seems to be a mile ahead of everyone else, but I think Charles was pulling that throttle thinking he had some more in it, but there's no more cable left in that throttle.
Yeah. Luke Becker spun up quite badly at the start. Again, probably hasn't been out for a little while, and
the track slickened off a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, good 4-2 there for Oxford, bringing the score to 34-26. And here's your result of heat number 10. Winner there, Rohan TUNGATE, keeping his unbeaten record. Second was Ryan Douglas. Third, Charles Wright, and at the back was Luke Becker. But it was always going to be tough for Luke, obviously missing out nearly 7 rides since his last heat. Trying to go out and do any damage when you've been out for that long.
Especially when we've got 2 riders that are currently unbeaten.
And here's the ref tonight. Obviously he's making all the decisions. I think he, when I was riding 2 years ago, he was just finishing off his qualifications. Wayne Jarvis.
Wayne Jarvis.
Yeah, he's pretty new to the reffing game, as they say. But he seems to be a fair ref. Everywhere I've been, he's been pretty good. So.
All right, fair enough.
That might be your next job, a ref.
No, you're right. Too old.
Read the rule book.
I'll be going down punching the riders.
Giving them fines.
Don't give me that. I know what you're doing.
So yeah, here's the lineup for heat number 11. Obviously, Bomber just coming around to the tapes. 1 minute 20 left. So the lineup for heat number 11. Off the inside, we've got Chris Harris. Next to him in gate 2 is Max Fricke. In gate 3 is Erik RISS, and off the outside is Richard Lawson.
I think now the dirt off of turn 1's gone too far now.
Yes.
And the boys that will get it working a little bit on the slicker will make it work. I think this is the only corner 3 and 4 where you seem to make up. Charles caught up loads of ground, but then he would lose it because he's too far up now off of the first and second corner.
Yeah, Bomber off the inside here. We wanted to make a good start next to Max. Whether he'll try and run for the dirt, it might be, like you say, too wide now, and he might just skip across the track and cut back. And
I'm sure with what he's got there, I'm sure Max will cut down on the inside. I don't think he'll push out wide to the dirt. I think he'll try and clamp Bomber, and hopefully Richard Lawson can make a good start from the outside.
Definitely.
Come and join him. But when you've got someone like Bomber and Erik RISS on your tail, you've got to have your whereabouts.
No, for sure. But obviously Richard Lawson looks a bit quicker in that race, so it'll be quite a good race probably between Harris and Lawson, Harris and Fricke, and then Lawson and RISS will be probably at it. Riders coming up to the tapes here.
Could Max be the first one to win one off gate 2? Here we go. Good start there by Max Fricke. Yeah, he's gone across.
And here comes
tucking
Richard Lawson around the outside.
Around the outside, he's had a little look.
A lot of work here for the Oxford boys to do, but Bomber's going wide.
Bomber's going wide. He's going to have to. Max is going to have to move out.
Oh, getting tightened up.
He's moving out now. Bomber's going for the big licks now. They're in the dirt. But Richard Lawson's looking comfortable.
Bomber's
Max is doing
wider.
all the dirty work there. Bomber, if you don't watch it, he's going to catch him. But young Max is riding a great race here.
Bomber's
here
coming
comes
round
Bomber
the outside,
again.
and
And Bomber, he's done him. And I reckon he'll have Richard Lawson here too.
Here goes Bomber. Oh, he's thrown it a bit too wide there.
A bit too wide there, lost a lot of ground there.
Will he make it back on this corner? He's coming a bit tighter, close the door for Max.
Yeah.
Let it drift up. But Lawson's riding a lovely line there just to pull away down the back straight.
That's right, Richard Lawson there riding a good ride there. But Max Fricke, I think, win there for Richard Lawson. Second, Chris Harris. Third, Max Fricke, and Erik RISS at the back. But I think Max was kind of trying to protect Richard a little bit there. Got himself stuck in no man's land, and it was difficult to do. But it is a team game, and fair play to Max for trying to protect Richard, but then obviously messed himself up there in the same time.
Like we say, if you've got someone like Bomber behind you pushing everywhere, you can't leave any door open. He'll
kind of knew where Bomber would be going. I think Max kind of nearly really should have been riding it a little bit higher.
So here's a result of heat number 11, was it?
Yeah.
Winner there, Richard Lawson. Second, Chris Harris. Max Fricke in third, and Erik RISS at the back, making it another 4-2 for the Leicester Lions, bringing it back to 36-30. So only 6 points in it. It's getting all tight, but is the rerun, is the start.
It's the start. Max off two. He made a great start.
Had a little nibble, I think.
A slight little twitch, yeah. But he had a look there. But the trouble was, when he was out front and he let Richard come around him, but then you got someone like Bomber who's bombing out wide, and he's there, he's holding him there, and then he's like pushing out wide there. He's made the block there, but this is the corner where Max was in too tight. Maybe Richard was going a bit slower, and he's like nearly got caught there. But he's comfortable at the moment. But like I say, Bomber's giving it everything here, and this is where he gets him
Max
there.
just in no man's land there, coming off the bend, and Bomber's obviously got the dirt there to pull him around.
I just think Bomber went in a little bit too hot there and lost all the momentum.
But yeah, there's the boys obviously getting their bikes ready for the next races. Change. There we go. That's the thing. That wasn't back in your day, was it?
Was that transponder?
Yeah. So I think it was 2 years ago now they brought transponders in, and the rider's responsible now. So if they don't bring them and they're not charged, you get fined.
All right.
So it does make it obviously easier for the ref if it's nearly as they say, a photo finish where the riders are coming over the start line.
Oh, it gives you that, does it?
Yeah. So I think they are trying to bring an app out where you can actually sit in the pits, bring your app up, and it will tell you your every lap time.
Right. Okay.
Obviously the race times. So if you need to make changes or what, but yeah, basically the ref's got a laptop downstairs and it comes up all the time. So if you had say Bomber and Fricke then literally going over the line together, and you can't really see what it's like, they'll be able to give the result with the transponders.
Looks like Erik changing his jet.
He just seems to be struggling. I don't know whether he's just riding too tight. He seems to every lap he just seems to be trying to.
But someone you wouldn't expect to be riding too tight, would you? Because he's being a long track rider, you'd have thought he'd be like chasing it. But it's funny because we had young Zach Viknick at Swindon. And, and like you watch him on the grass, on their long track and stuff like that, fearless, but they just seem hesitant when it comes to the speedway.
Yeah, no, I know Zach really well. Obviously, doing the grass track with him through my years growing up, he was a cracking rider. And obviously, when he came to Swindon, he was one of your sort of best reserves there.
Yeah, at the time he was doing really well, and then he kind of lost his way a little bit, and then his confidence was gone.
But yeah, we can see the. Obviously, Gate 4 still being the best gate, and Gate 1 and 4 has been the best gates. Gate 3 and 2. Obviously, Gate 3 is not being the best of gate. As you can see, the track sort of getting polished out where the riders are coming across there.
Still got 16 points.
Yeah.
It's only 6 points, isn't it? Difference between the two and the inside gate. But 6 points. I said it'd be close. Here we go.
Tungate, 3 wins out of 3.
Yeah. 8 pay 10 for Charles.
Only dropped 2. Really good night for him.
Yeah, having a really good night, Charles.
Even Magic, he's got paid 6 at the moment.
Yeah, he's done really well.
Hopefully another race win.
Chris paid 6 as well.
So yeah, they all seem to be doing their job. Even young Ashton there scoring 6 points. They all seem to be scoring well.
When you get your reserve scoring the points, that's the difference between winning and losing.
And as you can see, Max, 8 points there.
So yeah, the two reserves have only got 5 points between them.
Yeah. So it's still similar to what Oxford had. I think they got 7 between the both. So similar. But yeah, Sam and Fricke seem to be doing the work. And obviously Richard Lawson coming good at the end there, and you can see it looks like I don't know if that's Bomber's bike or if it's Bomber's bike. Yeah, he just looks like he's just changed the clutch plates there, putting a new fresh air filter on. Obviously the other one he just put on probably got quite dusty with going out wide for the dirt. Making every little change he can just to get the bike working.
It'll wander up to the Leicester pits. Young Max. I say young, he's probably he's a bit older now. But you kind of just remember him when they first come over.
Wasn't it Edinburgh he rode for first, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Same as Sam Masters, they're very similar.
Yeah.
Same height.
Yeah. Spider legs.
Yeah, spider legs. But yeah, obviously Luke trying to make a few changes. Looks like he's doing something to his ignition there. Just struggling for the bike to pull, isn't he?
Stewart Dickson having a little quiet word in his ear, see what he can do and make things change. Don't see him very flustered very often. But I'm sure he'll be working hard to get things changed.
Possibly the next Greg Hancock, obviously USA rider.
It's a big feet, big shoes to
Phil,
fill.
definitely.
I certainly wouldn't want to, as much as Greg would be helping me, I wouldn't want to be tarred with the same brush as Greg Hancock.
Definitely.
As nice as it might sound,
yeah,
that's a lot of pressure on you then. But obviously Greg's doing a lot with him, helping him and stuff abroad.
I think there's a few riders Greg's helping out now, and it's good to see that.
So Wozniak, I noticed he's been out in Wozniak. He used to be at Rosslav. I don't think he's at Rosslav no more, is he?
I don't think so. No, I think he's changed. But yeah, you can see there, just ignition. Maybe just dropping it down a couple of degrees, try and kill the bike off.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you have it too high, the back wheel's spinning too hard, and you're not really driving anywhere.
Yeah.
But as soon as you kill the bike off,
kill it off too much, and then you lose.
Doesn't move anywhere.
You don't move anywhere.
That's Sam's bike.
Yeah, I don't think he's changing anything. It's just cooling the ignition down, because if the ignitions get too hot, they don't tend to work so good.
No.
It's a beautiful night, that little orange sunset
But
coming
yeah,
in at the moment.
Saying that, Sam's got a very experienced mechanic in his pits in Neil Evetts.
Oh, Neil. Went to Australia with Neil when we toured Australia back in 87, 88.
I think he was telling me. I didn't really know too much about him until he sort of started saying I was the only rider at Sheffield to drop, I think he said drop 1 point from one season.
Yeah, something like that. He was a pretty good rider, Neil.
Hard?
Huh?
Hard?
When he wanted to be. But he rode for Bradford, a few other clubs and that, but certainly he was British champion as well.
Yeah, so Stewart Dickson still got a little bit of work to do. Obviously looking at the programme, seeing if he can make any changes, but I don't think there's too much he can do now. Making a tack sub, he's done that, and it's just he either plays with the reserves and see what he's doing, or he's checking the results of the Birmingham score.
Yeah, maybe. Do we know the score of Birmingham at the moment?
I can get it up for you.
Ah, good man.
So at the moment, let me just search this up. I don't think Freddie was allowed to ride today, was he?
No.
So I think it's his next meeting they allowed him to ride.
So it sounds like they're going to drop Worrell then.
I think so, yeah. But yeah, at the moment it's 32-28 to Birmingham. Obviously Brennan's taking the number 1 role now, and he seems to be scoring well still. Number 1, it's a hard boot to fill, but he seems to be doing it. Pavlicki obviously getting 2 wins and a paid second and is at number 6. But like you said, obviously Ipswich, deflated team. Got young Freddie Hodder there in number 2. RR for Jason Doyle.
Freddie Hodder, where's he from?
He rides at Berwick. He's a reserve for Berwick.
Oh, right, okay.
He rode yesterday in the under-21s, but yeah, obviously,
Scott
as you say, it's deflated team. Scotty's not having the best night.
No.
He's had
done really well up there a couple of weeks ago, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he only dropped like 2 points the other night at Ipswich.
Yeah, no, but then he guessed it at Birmingham.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
But obviously, young Norrick Liddell coming in, scoring well for at number 4. But yeah, as you say, deflated team. They got 3 guests in RR. There's only 3 of the riders that are actually.
Emil on 7.
Yeah, and even Keenan Rue obviously having to fill the boots, getting. What's he got at the moment?
He's not doing bad, is
he? Paid 10 at the moment.
Paid 10.
Jordan's.
Emil's dropped a couple of points.
Yeah, but obviously it's hard when you've got 3 riders out your main squad. It's hard to try and get
tough,
the bond.
And you've got a couple of juniors in there as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big ask, that is.
So we're just going to cut to a video, have a little break, and yeah, we'll leave you this footage now.
Patrick Vogelo, he will join them in the yellow helmet colour. He'll be off the inside. Charles Wright there in red, gate 2. Niels Christian Everson's really come into this meeting. He's off of gate 3 in the white helmet colour. And Ashton BOUGHEN, a man that can gate. We've seen him do it. He'll be in the blue helmet colour off of gate 4. So there we go, heat number 12. 2 minutes is up. Green light will be on any second now. Charles Wright, Ashton BOUGHEN, Niels Christian Everson, Patrick Vogelo. Here we go, heat number 12. Tapes go up and away we go. Charles Wright off of 2 has made a great gate. Niels Christian Everson, will he get a run around the outside? He's got pace, he's got plenty of speed, just can't find a way through. So Charles Wright with the all-important lead at the moment.
Got him.
Oh, cuts his nose right off there, Niels Christian Everson. Charles gives it back to him. Will Charles push him wide? Yes, he does. Have some of that.
And Niels goes back again.
Niels looking back up the inside. Great race so far, Rory.
Yeah. Oh, he's got him. No, he's got him.
Oh, all 4 down. All 4 down. Well done to the boys at the back for laying that down. Ashton BOUGHEN, for a young man, that was very well done.
So yeah, as you see there, it's not all race wins sometimes. Obviously, Niels Christian Everson taking the front wheel of Charles Wright away, and then all the others came down.
Look, skittled them down. The Oxford fans looking ecstatic.
Giving us a little cheeky wave.
Lee Adams hat.
I think I've got one of those at home.
Wolverhampton board.
It's a good place to have a speedway, Oxford. It seems very central for other clubs to come and watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I went to Broomies the other day to pick up some bits, and on the way out it takes you the way past Swindon.
All right, yeah,
it's
yeah.
just housing all around there at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sad to see.
Shocking. Shocking.
But no, good turnout tonight. Obviously, Oxford being back in the top league gets a few more people coming to watch and wanting to watch the top boys race here.
That's here, yeah, no.
There's the old pits.
I used to love coming. For me, coming out of that was like coming into the cauldron.
Yeah.
Especially being from Swindon, you know, you used to hate me, boo me, everything. Like, you know, it was like because I'm a local lad at Swindon. But coming out that tunnel and give the old bike a rev and then coming up and you get booed coming up, and everything. And but it was great coming out of that tunnel.
People say you used to be able to like come out of it and do like wheelies onto the track.
Yeah, you sort of come on the track and you go up and whee. It's about the only time I could wheelie.
That's like me, I can't wheelie.
No.
Don't want to damage the bike, that's what it is.
The only wheelie I could do when I did a practice start, I could do one the length of the straight. That was about it.
No wheelie Wednesdays then?
No wheelie Wednesday.
But no, moving back onto like, obviously we're talking about Zach. Obviously knew him when he went to Somerset. I think that was after Swindon.
After Swindon, yeah, that's right.
Obviously he's gone to a long track, but he seems to be doing really well on that. Obviously he's in the FIM Long Track Championship. I think he had a meeting a couple weeks ago in Germany. I think he finished on the podium, 3rd or 2nd, I think.
Yeah, I think he did really well. Yeah.
But fair play to him because it's not an easy sport, long track. You got to be pretty
right.
gutsy.
Looks like they pulled a lot of the dirt onto the start line to fill the ruts in, which looks quite good, really.
Yeah, hopefully give the boys a bit more option, pack it in.
But again, I think maybe it's a bit too far out now. I think the boys will be using the middle of that track there. A bit later on, maybe as the race turns over.
But as you can see, so we've just come off the outside layer and bend 2. It seems to be quite greasy. You can just see.
I've got to say, it's still looking in good shape.
No,
good, nice colour. Look, he's done a really good job there.
If we look over the edge here, we can get on camera. See the cameraman?
Whee! I can't look down. It's scary.
Too high. But no, it's considering they've got 3 leagues this year at Oxford. Jamie seems to be doing a really good job of prepping the track.
I'm sure that the thing is, if you're having 3 leagues, you need to refresh the shale.
Yeah.
Because it will wear out eventually.
I think he's usually on meeting either usually Mondays, Wednesdays. Most Wednesdays, or it was either a Monday or Thursday top league. Yeah. And then sometimes on the weekend if they got a national league on. So yeah, he's a busy man at the moment.
Definitely is, yeah. So we got coming out now. We got Rohan TUNGATE, Charles Wright, Luke Becker, and Ryan Douglas. No, we had that one, didn't we?
Yeah, no, we've got Erik RISS, Louis Kerr, Luke Becker and Craig Cook, it looks like. Just let him lined up there. So, obviously these boys now going out, they didn't seem to be, it'd been quite an interesting race here. They haven't seemed to all click yet. Struggle with setup probably. So obviously you got Louis Kerr coming out. Luke Becker's not had the strongest night yet.
Yeah, you got Luke. This is the kind of race that you're hoping that Luke's going to kick in, especially with Louis not having the best of nights and Eric certainly not having the best of nights here. And if Craig Cook can make a start off of gate 2, Leicester could find themselves back in this.
Definitely. So here's the lineup for heat number 12. Off the inside we've got Louis Kerr. Next to him off gate 2 is Craig Cook. Off gate 3 it looks like Erik RISS, and off the outside there is Luke Becker. So reserve switch there for Ashton BOUGHEN for Erik RISS. Obviously Pete's obviously thinking use Erik
in heat 14.
Yeah, use Ashton
in heat 14. He's having a good night tonight.
Yeah.
Young Ashton,
I'm
he's
surprised
gating
he might
well.
not put him in this heat and seen.
Yeah, I think I would have probably left it and maybe even dropped maybe Eric in the last one.
Yeah.
But this is the one that Leicester really, they want to get them one back in there. A lot of pressure on Cookie and Becker on this one, but the two boys have been struggling for Oxford, and if the Leicester boys can get out the start, can make things very interesting going into heat 13.
Yeah, but obviously all these riders at Tapes not sort of had probably the best night they wanted to, and they'll be looking to get on it and try and get these points for each team. Riders coming up to Tapes here. Cookie and Eric quite tight together. Yep. Maybe a couple elbows.
Very off the inside.
Cookie had a little nibble there. Just
Cookie had a bit of a
Eric comes in tight. Red lights are on.
I think Craig Cook had a bit of a nibble there.
I think they should let that go.
Yeah, I think they should have let that one go. There was no advantage gained, but unfortunately,
yeah, he just nibbled.
He just rolled a bit.
But you can see Eric's cut back. Cookie hits that slick stuff and spins up, and then But good to see him back straight to the Tapes.
Yeah.
No need to do any changes
crack
there.
on. Come on, boys, let's get this on.
I've got a long way to go home.
Where you got to go?
Exeter.
Oh dear.
So there's the warning being given to Craig. Here's the lineup for heat number 12. Louis Kerr off the inside. Warning given to Craig Cook on gate 2. Gate 3 is Erik RISS, and off the outside is Luke Becker. Looks like Becker's making a change. He obviously went off the big rut, but looks like he's coming in a bit tighter. Maybe trying to use a bit of that dirt that Jamie's pulled back in. But no, it was sort of seemed to be quite a tight start there between Eric and Craig. Looks like Craig's moved over a bit. Maybe
Louis made a good start then, and he was away. And the two Oxford boys actually got past, so I don't know why he didn't let it go.
No.
They didn't get no advantage from it.
No, unless Craig was out in front, I would have seen why, but Craig was sat in second, third when it was the red lights got put on, so hopefully the Oxford boys can redo what they just did and make it easy for themselves, make a gate. There's the boys just getting up to Tapes.
Heat 12, rerun. Let's see if the Oxford boys can do it again.
Louis pointing towards Craig.
Cookie made a blinder there. Great start there by Craig Cook. Luke Becker coming around the outside there now, chasing. And he's going in deep.
Going deep.
And he's in the dirt, and he's gone around the outside of Erik RISS. So, Cookie can have
Erik RISS coming up the inside.
There. Oh, he's gone. Great turn there by Luke Becker. What a ride there by Becker there. Craig made a mistake, and then Luke cut back in and did an excellent ride there. And at the moment, the Lions are on a 5-1.
Eric's trying on the inside, there doesn't seem to be anything there. Still seems to be too slick, but good ride there from both the Leicester boys going in between Eric and Cookie now on his first heat win of the night.
But yeah, it looks like there. But that was a great ride by Luke Becker. Craig made a mistake, and he came back up the inside of Erik RISS, and Craig's got this covered. And Luke Becker, Craig Cook, Luke Becker, Erik RISS, and Louis Kerr sadly at the back.
I think Pete would be a bit annoyed with that, obviously, getting rerun and the Oxford boys are out front, but it seems to happen that in Speedway you get rerun and the rider that gets punished seems to
Exactly.
gain or benefit from the rerun.
If I was a team manager, I'd be spewing now.
Yeah. On the phone.
But that was a great ride by Luke Becker. The way Craig made that mistake was in no man's land, and it gave Eric the opportunity to split them. But then Luke made a smart move. What a great move he made, and then cut back up the inside line. And obviously, then Eric was struggling then to see which way he was going.
So yeah, obviously 5-1 for the Leicester Lions. Your heat winner of Heat 12 is Craig Cook. Joining him in second was Luke Becker. Third, Erik RISS. Back with Louis Kerr. Louis struggled tonight. I don't know if it's just still due to the injury, whether he's feeling the full force of it or...
See Louis Kerr just having a word with the pit marshal, asking why the race was stopped by the looks on it.
Yeah. I can see why Louis be frustrated, obviously out in front, and then it gets rerun. 2
points in it. This could be an interesting race, but we got the unbeaten Mr. Tungate in this one.
And the old bomb dog. But no, it'd be a strong lineup here.
Yeah.
Rowan's got his warning, so he needs to sit still. We don't want to be going
Bomber,
15 in this
Max
race.
Fricke. 3 Australians against the Brit.
Yeah. And the Brits on the outside.
Come on, Bomber.
So yeah, here's our lineup for Heat 13. Off the inside, we've got Max Fricke. Next to him in red off gate 2 is Rohan TUNGATE. Off gate 3 is Sam Masters, and off the outside is Chris Bomber Harris.
I think they're all hoping here Rowan will make one of his quick starts that he's been making all night and looking very comfortable, unassailable, but I'm sure Max Fricke will have something to say, and certainly Sam Masters too.
You got 3,
and then Chuck Bomber in it.
You got 3.
This is gonna be a great race.
3 good gators, and Bomber, if he comes out the gate,
shock us all.
Yeah, shock us all. But I'm pretty sure Bomber will send it wide like he will for 4 laps, and
yeah.
But he's open. He makes the gate. He makes it easy for himself once. Sam's trying to use a bit of fresh air, get as tight as he can to Rowan, but I think he's sort of changing his ideas now.
Looks like he's going off a fresh rut there. Sam.
Yeah. Sam can gate off anything. I think that's the one thing I've seen week in, week out.
He's having a little move.
He's probably one of the best gators.
Here we go. Oh! Something's happened to Rowan's bike. Yeah, something's happened there.
I don't know if it's a
the
chain.
Referee. I don't think it's a it might be the chain, yeah.
Primary chain or what? I don't know. It kicked up a load of smoke, I can tell you that. But you can just see tight first bend.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how Fricke stayed on that.
No. He made a good he made a good jump. He made a good jump there.
There's a lot of shouting, so I don't know really what's happened yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just cheering Sam. Double-edged sword there. But yeah, it looks like I'm sure we're seeing the rerun. Rowan makes a good gate, but he lifts. And he makes a good jump, and he lifts, and he loses that momentum, which then gives Max a chance to give him a shove. But looks, I reckon his spokes are gone.
So yeah, it looked like he had a puncher at the same time, so I don't know.
I
if
don't think it's puncher. I think the spokes are gone. There you go.
Oh,
spokes are gone. There you go.
So yeah, I think it must have been Max's footrest that got caught up.
Yeah.
And obviously taking all the spokes out. And even broke the chain, it looks like. He's got the chain off the spare bike.
He just wants to be safe. Don't know what it's done, whether it's bent it or anything. Boys working frantically in the pits there.
Yeah, there's
Jake Barrett working hard.
He seems to be like a veteran. Oh, there's the wheel.
Yeah, there's the wheel.
Don't think that's savable.
No.
Probably better just chuck that in the bin. I've seen now on the Grand Prix they've got like a system where I know they've got it for the rear spoiler. You literally can pop it off and just push it on, but for the actual sprocket now.
Sprocket, yeah.
So
no, they've been about a while now. Yeah, they even when I was around.
Oh, are they?
Not quite that far back, but yeah, no, you can get the ones now where you just pop on. They're already on the thing and they just slip over.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty clever.
They lock in.
But yeah,
again, it's all about quickness, isn't it? If you're in a situation like this and you're rushing to get it right and you've only got a certain amount of time. But I think they'll get extra time due to the fact with the spokes gone.
Yeah. I don't know if we can watch the rerun again. Be interesting to see what the gate was like.
So Rowan made a great start, but then he lifted and then there you go. Max is...
Sam done well to avoid him there.
Yeah.
There's Bomber cutting it back.
Yeah, cut back Bomber. Arms up. There we go.
They're lucky for none of the riders come down there because it could have been
No.
Max got
As I
chucked
said,
over.
but when you watch it, Rowan made such a good start, but then he picked up and lost that little edge, and it gave Max that little inch to dive in.
Yeah.
And in that situation there, nobody's given an inch.
No.
And obviously the footrest had got caught in the back wheel.
So yeah, it looks like they've sorted Rowan's bike out.
Yeah.
Obviously, I hope Max's foot's alright too, because it looked like pretty nasty. It got caught up there.
Yeah.
But it looks like Max is getting ready to get pushed off.
He's pushing them along to get the referee to get him out on 2 minutes. Here we go. Rerun of Heat 13. All excitement the last couple of races.
Always like it in Speedway, innit? The last couple of weeks.
Yeah, gets a bit tense. 2 points in it. Could be anybody's meeting. As I said it'd be close. Leicester going to come strong at the end, and a lot now. Obviously, if Rowan can win this one, we'll just give him that little bit of breathing. But
he made a good gate. He just obviously, like you said, he just lifted that split second.
He just lost his momentum.
So here's the lineup again on the inside. In white is Max Fricke. Next to him in gate 2 is Rohan TUNGATE. Gate 3, Sam Masters. Off the outside is Chris Bomber Harris.
Come on, Bomber, make a start.
Cut back Bomber, we'll call him.
Yeah. But Max got because Rowan lifted, Max caught up with him very quickly. But
with the bikes, as soon as you
the way Rowan's gating at the moment is amazing. He looks so quick and sharp out the start. His bike's working tremendously well.
You see his body position. He sits up quite a lot on sits not much on the seat, but as soon as he drops the clutch back, he just lets his weight naturally fall back.
Yeah.
Sits on the seat, and his bike just drives lovely. But Max is coming even closer right now. You see him packing that dirt in. Going to be probably another tight first bend, I think.
Almost turning back around at the moment. 37 seconds. Be interesting to see.
One of your old riders, Bomber, you used to manage him, didn't you? Coventry?
Sorry?
You used to manage Bomber at Coventry?
Yeah, Coventry, yeah. And obviously Great Britain as well.
He rode for Exeter?
Yeah, I rode for Exeter too. Loved it there.
Did you?
Probably one of my most... I love my time at Swindon and Poole, but for enjoyment, my time at Exeter, me, Mark Lorham, Simon Wigg, Colsey, Paul Fry.
There we go.
Here we go.
ReRun. Another great start by Rowan. It's tight first bend. Max has just got there, but Rowan's going to drift off to the dirt.
No, Max
made a cut his nose off, and even comes Sam Masters.
Well, you didn't expect to see that now.
Turn up for the books.
Turn up for the books. Here comes Rowan around the outside of Sam. He's got through. Now he's chasing after Max.
He's going tighter, seeing if he can do the same route. Max is on dirt.
Max does ride the bike. Wow. Find it hard if he can get past Max Fricke now. Now Max has got daylight. This is what happened last time. If Max had got daylight, he would have won that last race comfortably. Bomber's chasing hard after Sam now.
Cut back, going wide again.
But I'm sure Sam knows where Bomber will be.
Bomber's going even wider, but he doesn't seem to be getting any grip there yet.
Unless Bomber can do something here, we're going to go into heat 14 all level.
Do the same again?
Here comes Bomber.
Cuts back.
He's cutting back. He's up the inside.
Oh, it's tight into that
tight in that corner there. He's gone under. Sam. No, Sam's lost the momentum. And what a ride by Bomber.
Bomber's just kept it to a 3-all there from a 4-2.
Yeah,
cracking move by
they
Bomber.
needed that. They needed that.
If that's one person you want in your team, it's definitely Bomber.
Exactly. If you got somebody chasing you, a little tiger in his tank, I bet he's frustrated. He wishes he could make a start. But no, that was a good ride there. Looks like Rowan's clutch might have been burning out. There's a lot of smoke coming from the bike. But that was a great ride there from Chris Harris, but Max rode superbly well there.
And it is the result of heat number 13. Your winner, Max Fricke. Second is Rohan TUNGATE. Third, Chris Harris with a great move, and that back with Sam Masters. But no, it was a strong move on that last bend from Bomber, obviously coming in hard. There we can see the starter line again. Rowan didn't make a bad gate. He just lifts.
No, he made a great gate. He got across. Didn't quite get across enough, and Max just gave him enough to push him up.
I don't think. I think he could have been a bit harder there, but obviously probably the rerun he thinks, I don't want to get too close, going to wreck another wheel.
But then Rowan got a good run around Sam there, and then Bomber then hunts Sam down, which was a really good race. Rowan nearly got under Mac, but once Mac gets his wheels in line, look how stylish he is. The bike, he's not all over the shop. The bike's sitting straight, and he's very quick when he gets some wheels in the line.
I think Bomber just kept on going wider and wider. Obviously, Sam's riding sort of mid-track where he's losing a bit of speed, and Bomber's just bombing around the outside there and just building up his speed.
Yeah, as we predicted, young Ashton coming in for Erik RISS in this race.
Obviously, the inside gate, hoping he can make the gate and get the inside.
We got young Sam Hagen on the outside.
But here we go, see Bomber on the rerun here.
Oh no, Craig Cook's coming for Sam Hagen
too. Inside there, lovely for Bomber.
Obviously, interesting now. Craig Cook having a win in the last race, coming in for Sam Hagen.
So yeah, here's our lineup for heat number 14. Inside there is Ashton BOUGHEN. Off gate number 2, we got Ryan Douglas. Gate number 3, we got Maciej JANOWSKI on the outside. We got Craig Cook, reserve switch for both Oxford and the Leicester Lions. Obviously, bringing in young Ashton and bringing in Craig Cook after his heat win off gate 4 last time.
It's what you could do with Magic pulling one out the bag here.
Definitely.
But you got Ryan Douglas. I know he hasn't had the best of nights, but this is the type of race here he's likely to pop out.
Hopefully it hasn't been too long for young Ashton to go out. I don't know when his last heat was. I think it was either heat 8 or might even been before that, but hopefully his track hasn't changed too much and he's got the right setup on.
But he's been gating well.
He's a really good gater, Ashton. Dougie's gone in a deeper up there off 2. Could be a good deciding race this.
Yeah, that's right. Could set up all nicely for heat 15.
Boys getting ready. Pull to the tape. Heat 14.
Oh!
Good start there by Dougie, but here goes Maciej to the dirt. Is he going to pull round?
Craig Cook up the inside here.
Tight there for Maciej.
Magic's going out wide in the dirt. Oh, he's got very close there. He's got himself around Craig Cook. Great ride there by JANOWSKI there. Now he's putting pressure under Douglas.
Good ride there on Maciej, just coming down the back straight. Probably going to go wide now.
Yeah, he's going to go wide now. Maciej certainly shown his confidence is coming now. He's getting his confidence.
Oh, cuts it back tight.
Oh, if he hadn't lifted there, I think he would have had Dougie then.
Dougie's obviously knows he's there.
Yeah, he definitely does know he's there. So here comes Maciej again. Craig Cook sitting comfortably in 3rd, Ashton at the back.
Is he going to go a bit wider?
But Ryan Douglas looking comfortable now.
Maciej going a bit wider, trying to get that extra bit of dirt, but I think Dougie's just done enough to keep him out. There he goes.
He's going to have one last dash around the outside. He's having a go. Here he comes. Oh, he's done him.
Tight.
He's done him. I reckon he's done him. What a great ride by JANOWSKI. I said he looked confident. His confidence was getting more and more all night.
He's building and building and building.
But the only thing is he's just losing that momentum.
That second lap he pulled and lifted, but cracking race. Let's see if he's got the win. The transponders will tell us. He thinks he's done it.
Sounds like booing, but it's a horn.
Yeah.
I thought people were booing. But Maciej looked really good.
Oh, they said the winner was Ryan Douglas.
Really?
They said, yeah, it says it here.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. Hopefully we might be able to get a replay on the final lap.
But no, cracking race there by Maciej. Obviously just building his speed on the outside. Maciej got it.
I said he got it. I said he got it. I thought he got it.
You can hear the fans going absolutely nuts.
They're going mad there. It was a great win by Maciej.
That'd be a good confidence boost for him.
If he could just stop the bike from lifting. I know he's trying to work the bike and everything, and he's lifting.
But here's the result. Maciej JANOWSKI getting the win there.
Oh, Ashton got to 3rd.
Yes.
Wow.
Must be. So Ryan
I was
Douglas
so excited with the race at
3rd.
the front.
Ashton BOUGHEN getting the 4th there and 3rd, and Craig Cook at back. So making it a 4-2 for the Oxford boys. Making it 44-40.
40.
And if we get a 5-1, is it going to change it?
Yeah.
Superheat time.
Superheat time.
But no, cracking race there by Maciej.
Why have they got 43-41 over there?
Not too sure.
I didn't think BOUGHEN. I thought Craig Cook got 3rd.
Yeah, no, it must have seemed that BOUGHEN must have got. But
I was right, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so no, it's 43,
41.
So yeah, even tighter than we thought.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Oxford boys will be looking to make changes. Are they going to put Magic in Heat 15 with Rowan? It looks like they are.
I would say, looking down the line, you've either got Charles and, with respect, you know, you're going to be up against Max Fricke and probably, I would say Ryan Douglas possibly. Either Ryan or Sam. But I'm going to plump for Ryan Douglas.
But it looks like Bomber's not winning 15 this week. Looks like it's going to be Magic and Rowan. Whether he's going to make any changes, I don't think he needs to after that. It seemed like once he was in the dirt.
He didn't actually make the jump, but his bike drove to the corner. And when I was talking to him before the match, he knows how to work the throttle really well. And that's, you know, he's very intelligent.
But I think he's one of the most probably fittest spear riders out there. I was speaking to Peter Schroeck, and he says he does kickboxing, does cycling, does running, does everything.
He's always running on the videos on social media. He's got a husky dog, and he's always out running with his dog. I
saw that Smash Slick. He's riding yesterday, and he was out at 5:30 this morning cycling.
Yeah, that's the way it's gone. Back in the day when we rode, we'd all, like, after the match, go in the bar, couple of beers, down to the fish and chip shop afterwards, and go home. Now they're drinking regenerating drinks.
The gels, everything.
Yeah, everything. Eating pasta after the match. It's a complete circle.
Changed.
Looks like Sam's going back out by the looks on it.
Obviously, he rides there in the championship, so they might be thinking he knows a bit more of the setup, a bit more experience around the track.
Yeah.
Hoping he can go out and do it. It looks like he's going off the inside gate. Obviously, I think Oxford might have picky gates here. I'm not too sure, but we'll see in a minute.
We shall see.
But as we say, it always gets tight. We said it was going to be a tight match.
Said it was going to be a tight one.
Yeah.
But I think the turning point was Becker and Craig Cook in Heat 12.
Definitely.
I said I knew if that, but again, Oxford could feel a little bit aggrieved that there was no advantage gained, and they were on a 5-1.
So yeah, it looks like Magic's off the inside gate too, and obviously leaving Tungate with one of the outside gates. But it's what you pay for. You want a close speedway match, but I think most of our matches here this year has been always last heat decider, and I don't know whether it's just because the track's such a equal track and shape.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, you know, there's no bumps or nothing, you know, there's just a little bit, you see a few, not heavy, but a few clumps, like amount of shale, loose shale, and they're like hitting it, and they're like, and it's shooting them in, but someone like Bomber can control it, where others it shoots them in, then they lose control.
But yeah, it's obviously the gate positions again. We see gate 4 looks like it's been working the most. Obviously, if you make it off 4, you don't make it off 4, you can always send it in the dirt, and it seems to be pulling the riders around. And obviously, you got your first heat win off gate 2 there. So,
and looks like they're not going to grade the track now. I think they're going to leave it.
But I don't think the gates are really going to affect it too much now. You got 4 top quality riders going out, and they'll all be wanting to make the gate, no matter what the gate stats say. But no, cracking ride there by Magic. It's good to see him actually wanting the bike's riding nice. So here we go. Is the lineup, it looks like, for heat number 15 off the inside. We've got Sam Masters. Gate number 2 is Maciej JANOWSKI. Gate 3 is Max Fricke. And on the outside is Rohan TUNGATE. Could be a Grand Prix lineup, that, couldn't it?
Could well be, yeah, definitely.
Obviously, Louis and Rohan just talking there, seeing if Rohan can give...
Tough comeback for Louis tonight.
Definitely.
It's, you know, tough meeting. We all know it's going to be. And then, like, you know, lack of fitness and lack of matches with it being out through injury and that.
Bike time, it's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what it's like yourself.
But yeah, no, look forward to this race.
Pleased for JANOWSKI because, you know, I see a few people saying, oh, he's not the same. It's just, it's so much different.
You got to give him
from
time.
Riding. You got to give him time, and, you know, class will always rise to the top.
Definitely.
But if he could just try and keep that bike down at the right time, he could have had the rider before in that last race. He could have when Ryan Douglas, he had him, but he just picked up at the wrong time and lost his momentum.
Yeah.
But then he did a brilliant ride to come around the outside there.
So as the riders come around, obviously it looks like Sam's just changing his filter sock, maybe a bit too dusty. He wants a bit more airflow, so just changing that. But yeah, here comes the riders round for heat number
Not a
15.
good time to be changing it when you're on.
2 minutes, no.
No, you're on 1 minute 40 seconds.
Here comes Neil running with it. You don't really want this, do you, really? But
Come on, Neil. Get that hip working, Neil.
bless him. So yeah, here's the lineup for heat number 15. Off the inside is Sam Masters. Next to him in red off gate 2 is Maciej JANOWSKI. Off gate 3 in yellow is Max Fricke, and off the outside, Rohan TUNGATE, getting all that dirt off the outside, packing into that rut.
Could be quite interesting with the two Aussie boys off gates 3 and 4 here.
Sam's just getting pushed around now, plenty of time.
I'm sure Max remembers the little tap he got in the first race. And he might be repaying it back to Rohan. But Rohan's been electric off the start, you know. It'd be interesting to see how he does here.
Even Magic could pop off the start here, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
But here's Sam coming to join the party.
I can't believe I'm cheering Oxford on.
I've converted you.
How times have changed.
I've converted you.
How times have changed.
We'll have to get you an Oxford t-shirt next.
I know. I'll have a warmer.
Oh, the tapes have snapped.
Oh, great start. Oh, we're going to have a bit more time delayed.
Have I heard them wrap around your neck?
Yeah, you wouldn't
Painful.
want that, would you? Oh, luckily it's only just pinged off by the looks on it.
Oh. I don't know if the time runs out and the tapes are still like it, whether it affects it, but
Doesn't matter, they can't move. Can't go till the tapes are sorted.
whether you'd still be getting up to
It's
line
all on
just
this
in case.
race. I think we could end up going to a super heat. I don't know.
Don't say that. I thought you were cheering Oxford on.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I think Leicester have, with Sam and Max. But Magic put in a great ride last time, so
Max and Sam seem to be the stronger pairing, but Rohan seems to be on a different machine. Gaten's been quality, and obviously Magic had a brilliant ride then. So yeah, interesting to see what happens.
here we go. Oh, don't break the tapes again, Rohan. Come on.
He's on that rut.
He's on the rut. Here we go. Heat 15. 2 points in it. And the two Leicester boys, as I said, have made a great start.
There goes Rohan through the
Tungate.
middle. Oh no.
They're sticking close together now.
Down the back straight, Rohan's going for the big bomb.
Big bomb on the outside. Sam's got it covered up the inside.
And here goes Rohan.
Here
trying to
comes
go to the
Rohan.
inside.
He's gone under him.
Cut the nose off Sam off and gone wide.
And
Sam's cutting back.
Max is not sure who's there. I think Max has realised who's there now.
JANOWSKI
And
cutting up the
JANOWSKI's
inside.
coming in strong too.
Sam's just got the extra bit of drive down the outside. And here goes JANOWSKI out wide again. Trying to pull a bit more down.
He got it down on the back wheel there.
Going
And
even
here
wider
come
again.
Tungate's there.
Here he goes. Here comes
comes
Magic.
Yes, he's
Down
done
the
it.
outside.
Done it.
If he keeps it like this, it'll be a win for the Oxford boys.
Yep.
Down the back straight they go. Rohan's seen him.
Fricke looking comfortable out front, but a great second and third from the Oxford boys. And a win there for Max for it.
And the boys are going mental on the pits.
Yeah,
Peter
they're
Schroeck
going
is
mad.
loving it.
Loving it. They're second there, Rohan Tungate. Great ride there by Maciej JANOWSKI.
And at the back,
And
was
at the
Sam
back,
Master.
Sam Masters. You wouldn't have
Cracking
expected
ride.
that, would you? But
No.
JANOWSKI's grown in confidence tonight.
I think you can see from where he's going wider and wider. Probably a couple of weeks ago he wasn't confident in the bike, but
he
now
wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't
now
have done
he's
it
as
like
confident
you
in his
said.
equipment.
Obviously,
he knows
I've
how
not
to put
seen him as much as you
No.
have, but that's a cracking ride by there.
And hopefully online now they'll say, yeah, we need to keep Magic.
Yeah, they will do. Why would you not? He's
No.
just a class act. It's just a class act.
But no, great ride there by Magic. Just to get that point that we needed to win
Yeah.
the match. Making the score 46-43 to the Oxford Spires. Winning on the night, obviously not winning the bonus point, but they'll be happy with the win at home.
Yeah.
And Tungate, unfortunately.
I know Rohan's had a good night, but I think the
You can do
man...
a burnout.
Yeah, it looks like a burnout.
There's a couple races gone.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, here's the result.
Lap the valves in.
Here's the result of Heat 15. Your winner, Max Fricke. Second was Rohan Tungate. Third was Maciej JANOWSKI, and out back was Sam Masters. So no, a cracking race there by the Oxford boys just to get the 3-all that they needed to win the match. And cracking night at Speedway.
Yeah, good night, Speedway. I'm sure Rowan will get the applaudits, but I think for me, it was vitally important the races that Magic comes strong, and especially as he's been struggling at the start of the season.
But you can see
10 paid 11.
Great team effort all the way down through, really.
Yeah.
Paid 13, paid 10. Louis struggling, obviously, coming back from injury with 2, but he'll be happy with just getting back on the bike. Maciej JANOWSKI, right. 11 points. His highest score yet.
Just Louis and Erik struggled a bit tonight, but...
and young Ashton BOUGHEN scoring 6 points.
That's important. That 6 points has won them the match.
Which what most people say now is if you score above your average at a reserve, you're happy. So
that's right. Yeah.
And obviously Max scored 14 points, cracking night for him. Richard Lawson scoring 6, he'll be happy with that. Luke Becker just struggling, but having 3 rides, but getting the important win that he needs to.
In heat 12, sorry.
Dougie scoring 7, Masters scoring 7, just struggled at the end of the night, just tipped off, but Cookie scoring paid 8, and young Sam Hagen with 3 rides scoring 2. So sort of similar reserves, scored similar points for both teams, but it came to sort of the last couple races with Magic coming good.
Yeah, definitely.
He scored the vital points which he needed to, and as you can see on aggregate there, 82 points to Oxford to 98 on Leicester, so they get the aggregate point. But I don't know how that affects the table now. I don't know if that puts Leicester above or Oxford above. Be interesting to see. And let's just check the scores of the Birmingham result. I don't know if that match would have been finished now. Probably will. So Birmingham 42. Ipswich 42, so it's all a draw at the moment. When's the last heat yet? No, heat 15 to go. Ipswich choosing 1 and 3.
They got in it.
They got Sedgman and Brennan for Birmingham, and Seifunoff and Ledorn for...
Sedges must be having a good night tonight then.
Yes. So hopefully we'll see what the result is for that. But yeah, no, good night of racing. We're going to wrap it up here for tonight, and hope everyone's enjoyed the live stream of me and Alun Rossiter.
Thank you very much, Henry. Enjoyed it too.
No, hopefully do it again another time.
Yeah, hopefully your hand gets better soon. And thanks very much, everybody. A really entertaining night, and right down to the wire.
Yeah, so bye from me.
Goodbye from him.
And I'll have a safe trip home, and we'll catch you soon. Cheers.
Bye-bye.